Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Phil's Recap and Review. House of the Dragon, Season 3, Episode 5. Tunneling in the wall and hoping I stay awake. It was an episode of House of the Dragon, and I can't wait to get into it. There was some stuff that I liked, and some stuff that might have put me in somewhat of a television coma. But we'll get all into that tonight. I'm, of course, not alone with me. I'm not alone. I'm never alone when I'm out here. I have with me the live mother chat. Excuse me if I'm a little loud. I've heard I might be a little soft, so I tried to jack up my volume. I apologize if I'm giving you headaches, but I'm here tonight to talk about this episode. Where's this music? Here we go. Down. Let's turn that shit down. No one wants to hear that shit. Let's get into this episode. Wow. Okay. Now, there were a few things that I very much liked in this episode, especially the end. This was like a From episode. The last 5 minutes were exciting, and the rest of the episode didn't do much for me. I don't know if it was because and I might piss off a lot of people in this episode. I might. So if you don't want to hear this, I'm sorry. And I'm boring. Maybe I'm just a boring person, but I found this episode tremendously boring for the most part. Tremendously boring for the most part. I struggle busted to stay awake through most of this episode. That's not to say there weren't good parts, and I think maybe if I was in, if this was in the afternoon and it was bright out, maybe I would have been captivated a little bit more. But I think the stuff that really grabbed me in this episode was anything Helaena and Alicent. I thought they were both the MVPs of this episode. And I continue to like Loras and Aegon. So the Rhaenyra small council scenes are turning into just white noise to the background for me. And I have trouble caring too much about it. So much of the little things that happened in this episode were just talking about how somebody feels a little bit too much instead of seeing anything that happens. Everything Crispy in this episode. And I know, I enjoyed Crispy doing his whole guerrilla warfare stuff. But when we get into like 2 or 3 Crispy monologues in one episode about how life doesn't matter and he's just whatever and he's crispy, that's just too much for me. Me personally. I'm not saying other people might feel differently about this episode. I want you to tell me, you're a boring fucking idiot, Phil. We love this episode. You're the stupid one. But this episode to me just was like a little too slow. And then at the end of the episode, it kind of came together a little bit with I really enjoyed the Alicent and Helaena stuff through the whole episode, but especially the part at the end with them getting locked in there. It felt like I felt some energy, some action, some moments in that moment. And then I generally do like Aegon. The actor that played Aemond tonight really did not do it for me. I think he does excellently in some of the action parts, but when it comes to him delivering dialogue, he didn't. It didn't have it for me. Again, I know I sound like negative Nelly Nancy nobody, some asshole. And I'm not negative. I'm not saying it was bad. It just didn't captivate me. It didn't grab me. And when you have 8 episodes in the season, I want all the episodes to grab me by the berries and squeeze. And there just wasn't a lot in this episode to hook me personally. But let me know if you like this episode, if this was one of your favorite episodes of the season, if you're sitting here going, Phil, what the hell are you fucking talking about? I want to hear. Tell me what you liked about this. And I'm sure I'll discover it along the way with you as we break down this entire fucking episode. But I'm not alone. Of course, as I said, I have the live motherfucking chat with me. Let's see how some of you guys are doing. After I drink a little bit. Let's see. Let's see who's in the live chat. We got the wonderful Carla who says, wish I could join in on the fun. Carla, you're probably will be glad in retrospect you didn't have to hear me whinge about this episode. I am like Aegon. Loras did have ever since you were king, you've done nothing but whinge and bitch. Great lines. A couple of really great moments and lines in this episode. But it was, in some cases, longer than necessary monologues to pad out time for one necessary sort of key, hey, this is going to be the big line that people remember from this episode. Hey, let's do this thing. I don't know. maybe I'm just an asshole. Maybe I just miss Dunk. I think that's what it is. I think I just miss Dunk. Let me change my thing. I feel better now. Let me get off this. I don't want this damn House of the Dragon shit. Get this shit off. Give me my Dunk. No, I'm kidding. I'm being foolish. I'm being foolish. Let's see what, again, some of you guys in the live chat had to say about this episode. Chris says, I'm exhausted. Nothing like a feast for traitors. I liked that final scene with the Feast of Traitors. I thought Daemon was pretty good in this episode, although some of him and Rhaenyra's interactions is exhausting because it's rinse and repeat. And I know in some ways you're kind of making Daemon more correct and more right and be like, no, I'm on your side. I'm just going to worry about my own shit too. I didn't hate their interactions, but it was... When you have Massaria in there barking and doing all that, and they're all sort of saying their own agendas there, it just comes off as like white noise comedy scene a little bit. And then, I don't know. Pete's live music. Great to see Pete's live music in the episode. Yeah, so much for the Master of the Coin. Good. I'm glad you get the Balls of Fury guy off my fucking screen. We've got the Red Snapper. I haven't seen the Red Snapper in a while. Toast to you, Snapper. We got Jay in the live chat, too. Great to see SM Down Jay. Great to see Uncle Phil. Wait, I'm Uncle Phil. Helena bores me. Sorry. Okay, I just want to make it clear here. There's two places right now, at least, that you can go and enjoy deep discussions about this episode. If you want to go see alt shift somebody, do whatever that stuff, you can go have some smoke blown up this episode's ass. If you want to hear and voice your real opinions, I'm curious what you guys think. So please let me know. Helena doesn't particularly bore me, but everything, most other things do. Am I the only one that thought this episode? Red Snapper, thank you for saying that. And because I'm feeling like this whole speech that I just gave, let me step off my negative asshole soapbox for a second here and go, boop. I felt like I was shouting into because I don't shouting into the void. I feel like I don't necessarily watch live watch with people. So I don't know what people are thinking about the episode before I come out here. So I can give my natural opinion of what I think about it. And this is the first episode of the season, first episode of House of the Dragon in a long time that I can actively remember. I know a lot of people were maybe bored by the Daemon tripping stuff last season, but I wasn't. That just felt like I was watching my youth on screen. But this episode, for some reason, might be, and I know I'm hyperbolic here, but I'm going to say that this might be the most boring A Song of Ice and Fire episode I've ever seen. And I know, I'm always one that says, everything has to be the best or the worst or the this or the that. But I'm no shit feel like this was the most boring episode. I'm not going to say it's the worst. It reminded me of a From episode sometimes. But yes, this wasn't my favorite episode of the season. I'm exhausted. Knowledge comes at a costa. It does, Big Game James. Big Game James always hitting shots the last minute. James Worthy, great fucking player. It was a slower setup episode, and I appreciate that. It's setting up some cool stuff down the road, and I know these episodes are necessary. I'm just not always in the right mindset for an episode like this, and I feel like A Song of Ice and Fire usually does enough interesting things to grasp me, and that's where I think some people might get more mileage out of this episode than I am, because they may find those little moments in this episode really compelling. And I might, on a rewatch, I might have just done too much of the halflings. I might have dulled my senses on the halflings weed too much today, and I was a little too sleepy, and I couldn't quite conceptualize everything that was going on, so it didn't click with me in a way to make me feel I was not entertained. So I'll watch it again as I always do, and I might enjoy it a hell of a lot more the second time when I'm a little bit more captivated by whatever the fuck's going on. Me too. I'm ready for all these characters to just die because they all suck. I don't really have anyone I like except for Helena. And even she was pissing me off a little bit tonight. Anyways, that's just my opinion of this particular episode. And I'm not just gonna dance and piss on its grave all night. I said my piece, Polly. I said my piece, Tone. That's it. Agreed. Hey, Phil, great to have some Issues Guy recap to wake me back up after this episode. Thank Studio 11, Uncle D, who is one of the most positive dudes I've ever seen. And I'm not saying you go out of your way to say great things all the time, but you usually have a positive spin. I don't think I've ever hear you say you were bored and falling asleep in an episode. Okay, so it's not just me. Actual visual representation of what it was like me watching this episode, trying to take notes. Should I rewind it? No, he's still talking. They're getting to the point. The monologue's still going on. And I know what people are going to say. Phil, TikToking minds, and your reels spinning around, your brain's fucking too slow. And I'll say, what were we talking about? I fucking forgot. I don't even know, because I have that short of an attention span. So maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just too modernized. No, I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. Agreed. This dude just wants to die with the crispy. How many times, how many fucking monologues do we have to hear about Crispy talking about wanting to die? His guy that was with him, I have his name written down in the notes. I keep forgetting his name. The other Hightower guy that's hanging out with Crispy. Like, he acts surprised at the end of this episode that Crispy's like, oh my God, you're telling me this was your plan all along today. Crispy's been saying that since they fucking left. You're fucking surprised? I'm fucking surprised you're this fucking dense. And that literally 10 minutes earlier in the episode, you were saying how Crispy was inspiring you. And then by the end, you're like, well, I think you want to die, Crispy. Yeah, he's been saying that for the last fucking month, dude. Boring. This episode was boring. And I'm boring. I accept that my goddamn show is boring. And if you're like, okay, Phil, well, you're boring. Good. Okay, I'm fucking boring. Fuck. Okay. Amen. I'm as boring as this episode because I have to fucking talk about it. There you go. I wasn't going to drink tonight. I might have to drink tonight. Hey, Phil. But it's great to see you, Studio 11. I'm sorry. I wish we could be talking about something more exciting today, like watching paint dry or something like that. I'm being a dick now. I wasn't that bored. But Cole is taking everyone on a suicide mission, and he doesn't give a flying fuck machine. I don't know. I added fuck machine to the end of that because I read YouTube is my time machine. So I read the last word of your name and I added it to that. But yeah, that fuck machine Cole, fuckhead machine Cole, is bringing everyone into his suicide machine. I just keep wanting to say machine for some unknown reason. All I have to say about this episode is the kitties. Sonic, your boy. Sonic, this is why you're my boy and everyone's boy. This is why Sonic is amazing. Because you're right. I'm here talking about negative Nelly asshole stuff when really we had the stars of this episode were the kitty cats. They were all over the place. They were perfect. I need more of those. If the whole episode was dedicated to a POV of the kitty cats entering King's Landing and going on their first hunts and missions of the rat problem, I would have loved this episode. That's what I want. I want a complete bottle episode from the cats' perspectives in King's Landing. We can even connect it to some sort of warg out on the opposite side of the wall. We need something here. And what the fuck was the point of Chib Stark and the Tully just hanging out at the beginning of this episode? They were just like, let's have a scene with them just for some Sorry. But I really, really, really liked Aegon in this episode. Laris is killing it this season. This is my favorite season of him. He's doing amazing stuff on screen. He keeps me captivated. Helena, whatever. You know who the fuck I'm talking about. And Alicent eat up the scenery on screen. They chew it up like a horse chews cud. I don't know. They chew it up. They're chewing it good. They're putting it in their bowl, man. They're mixing their bowl and they're chewing that shit up. Love them on my screen. They entertained me. They woke me up when we got to those kind of scenes. Oh my goodness. But okay. I'm cutting the bad with the good here. See, I heard that the episodes 4 and 5 were supposed to be the best ones. I would say so far for me, 2 and 3 were the best ones. That would be my 2 favorite episodes of the season. I actually like 2, and 3 was really good. One of my favorite Song of Ice and Fire episodes in recent memory, on par with the good stuff that I've seen, right up there with Night of Seven Kingdoms stuff and good Game of Thrones. I thought episode 3 was really well done because it had that simple perspective. But in this episode, we're back to, and that's, again, I think my problem with it. If we had just focused this entire episode for the most part on like an A story, B story, I think I would have felt more things. But yeah, don't forget that we had a brief moment with Adam and Bella because, you know, we want to know them as characters, so let's set up some sort of connection, brotherly, sisterly, or potential romantic dynamic between the two of them very briefly in a scene, and then we'll flash over quickly to this person's reaction and this person's reaction, this person, blah, 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 blah. It's all over the place. Slow the fuck down. Like, you're not some kids that are working on your homework assignment at the last fucking minute and you have to write the paper in one goddamn night. Like, take your time. Let the show breathe. This world works better when you let it breathe. Not when it's... And the editing in this episode was too fucking fast. Before you could even breathe and take in a scene before, they cut to another one. Because they just tried to shove so much. They tried to shove a fucking elephant inside a pee hole. They wanted to stretch my pee hole open and shove an elephant in it. And that's the problem. The problem isn't that they have bad shit. The problem isn't there's bad acting. The problem isn't there's bad production value. There's awesome production value, excellent acting, decent enough writing, pretty good music. And sometimes I thought the music actually didn't work at times in this episode. But whatever. But the way they kind of try to just throw everything in there sometimes, it's just too much. It's like, it makes me feel like it's my brain working when I have so many things to say and it comes out like, And then I don't care about anything that I'm saying because I'm saying too much. You're saying too much, Phil. I'm saying too much. Yes, you are. Sorry, I'm thirsty tonight. I'm thirsty. This episode's making me drink. Episode was all right. There were a couple of big moments. And cats. I am with you on that one, Dirty Doc. I'm not going to say this was a horrible episode. Boring and horrible are two different things. This episode had some wonderful moments. And it had cats. I am all about cats. Cats alone make this episode at least a 5 or 6 for me. I am all for it. Dunk and Egg is the better show for me as well. Episode was just meh. It was meh. Okay, so even the people that are high on this show, I'm curious of your opinions of this. Because I know that I am, and it's considered a bad thing these days, but for the most part, I'm sort of middling on this show. I think it's a pretty good show. I don't think it's excellent next level, but I think it's about the quality of seasons 5 and 6 of Game of Thrones level, which is pretty damn good. Still better than a lot of stuff out there. But what I don't like is, I don't know. So I might not be the best person to always give my opinion of these episodes, because I might be a little biased towards another Game of Thrones show, or not quite connecting with the characters because I just don't like them quite as much. So, and I'm seeing some people in the live chat that I know are high on this show and like these characters, also saying that maybe this episode was a little not quite the most exciting thing that they've put to screen. And Carmine said this before, and I agree with him. They've talked up this season, and a couple of people, not just Carmine, but he's the one I've heard say it the most. A lot of people have said this. They talked up this season so much about being so bam, 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 bam. Oh, yeah, we cut those 2 battles at the end of last season, but this next season, you're going to see it, man. This is going to be action-packed, bang, 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 shebang, say bang, bang, bangity, bang, 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 shebang, say bang, bang, bangity, bang, 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 bang. And it hasn't quite been that energy yet. And so, yeah. I'm a little whelmed. I'm not quite underwhelmed. I'm just a little whelmed. The Aemond part was good too. I like everything Aemond and Darren that we've seen so far. Did I hear correctly that the kid that's playing Darren is going to be playing Link in the Legend of Zelda movie? If that's the case, I'm a fan. Oh my goodness, we have the amazing Pixie Vine in the live chat today. Thank you for joining us tonight, Miss Amy. Episode was Miss Sonic, we're in the lives. Oh, we got the amazing non-fiction as well. Westerosi, Planned Parenthood. We did get Westerosi in Section B. Or Plan B. Whatever it is. This is my 4th and last live of the day. I am sorry, non-fiction. Hopefully I make it mildly worth your while right now, although I'm a whinging, complaining asshole tonight right now. Phil, yes, it was the most boring ever. Couldn't wait for it to end and come here to chat about it. I couldn't wait to come here and chat about it too, but I was also negatively anticipating because I wasn't sure if I'd have enough to say about this episode other than repeating myself on loop here, saying that I just didn't quite feel it. But I will feel it all over the place. We also have the voicemail line open right now, and I do see we have some voicemails right now. 781-990-8509. Again, that's 781-990-8509. I'll play those in a moment. Just going to catch up here on the live chat. Exactly, Haymaker. We didn't have that one. We had the last 2 minutes, which seemed to be somewhat of an amping things up, but even those felt like setup moments for bigger things to happen later. So I agree. I'm a big fan of foreplay, but foreplay alone doesn't always. Television foreplay alone doesn't always create satisfaction. Some people can't truly enjoy themselves that way, and they need to wait for the real party to have fun in that way. So, but some people get complete enjoyment out of. I'm gonna stop now before I get turned on. Stop it, Haymaker. You're making me blush, buddy. We got Smokey P in the live chat. You just need more. That's absolutely true. Smokey, it would have woken my ass up, really, is what it would have done. Ormond's game board. Let's get the Wookiee. Let's get the Wookiee Hightower and win it all. Great moments and setups, but oh my god, that snooze. And that Uncle D said that perfectly. There were a lot of great moments and setups in this episode. Necessary setups. But I feel like you could have cut the season differently to not put this all in one episode and maybe mixed in some excitement around all of this. That being said, it definitely makes me excited for where the final couple of episodes of this season are going to go, the final few. But we have 3 episodes left. And, I'm still waking up. So, I do have the flu. I was expecting to see Arya Stark chasing a cat tonight. She's already looking. Crispy is like Rambo. This is the perfect Joe episode. I really wish... This is an episode where I really do wish Joe was watching it with me, too, because he would be... honestly, I think Joe would have more of the I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed kind of vibe with this one. No, you can do a setup episode where things build, and it did a little bit, but Crispy put me to sleep. The songs he will sing put you to sleep. Maybe that's ultimately what it was, Dirty Duck. I feel like we went to Crispy too many times tonight. And every time we went to him, it was the same thing. I liked the action part of when we went to Crispy, but I mean towards the end of the episode when we just went into the repetition monologue situation where he got into the monologue about wanting to die and gave the first speech, then we cut and went back to him mixed, as you said, like cut with the song at the same time, and then back to Crispy again, and then are you saying you want to die? Yeah. That's what I've been saying, dude. Like, all of that just was a little repetitiously redundant. And I understand what I just said right there. I'm not saying I'm not a hypocrite. I need my walnuts chopped. What? What did I just say? Sir Sleepy Cole. Yeah, I'm not even awake enough to do a crispy song right now. So all those horses died. I just thought a few of them stepped on the spikes. That was a horrifying part. I thought that was done well in a dark sort of way. Westerosian landmines. What up, Killmonger? Great to see you. Justice for Sir Luther. Nah, oh, thank you, Dirty Duck. You guys in the live chat make this show interesting more than me. Yeah, this was a mid-episode. Yeah, and I think this would be, people know that on my scale, I say this all the time, 5 is an average episode. 10 would be the perfect episode. So when I give this episode a 5, I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying it was average. I'll give this episode a right down the middle. This was not bad. It was just, I'm not upset with you. I'm just disappointed. It's just that one. But I don't know. Well, let's see. I'm curious what some other people think. So let me bring in the live motherfucking chat and see what some of you people think. But first of all, let's see what. Oh God, I had to one of my speakers. Excuse me. One of my computer monitors broke. So I'm having to do the telephone stuff on a much smaller monitor right now. I know it's way too much information. You don't give a fuck. But if it takes me a minute here to get to the voicemails, I'm sorry. What do you got to say about yourself, co-host?
Actors, with the exception of the pirate woman, just thought it was that. The character change with the blonde getting that dragon out of the veil, awful.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe, for your information about this episode. I need to sync that up. I need to totally create the proper kind of Joe. I've said this before a million times. I need a Joe soundboard. That's what I really need. Okay, Pete's live music. What do you have to say about this episode? Or actually, this was a couple days. I think this was a day ago or so. But this is one Thursday.
Hey Phil, Pete's live music. I'd just like to nominate a word to be the word of the day. It's a really cool word.
Word of the day?
Lakiri. Did you catch that Lakiri is what they use to calm dragons? So Damon said it to both Caractacus and Sheepstealer. And we saw Rhaenyra say it to Vermithor. Anyway, that's a cool word, Lakiri. So whenever you like Joe starts to get out of control, go to Joe and dub in them saying "lick you."
I love you, Pete. Pete's live music makes our show so much better getting to have you. Let's see what Antoine Thomas has to say. I'm sorry, Antoine Thomas, if I'm harsh on this episode, my friend. Antoine Thomas, one of our longtime amazing callers.
Hey, Bill. This is Antoine's live music.
Antoine's live music.
Like freak after seeing the episode. It's like fucking World War III, man. That shit got us out.
We got the amazing Antoine. What do you guys say, Antoine?
This is Antoine's live music again. I have to tell you, don't feel. I just don't know. I mean, maybe it's fucking me or it's fucking everybody, but you got to admit, don't deny it. She's hotter than Daenerys.
Ooh. And we know from Antoine, if you've been listening to our show a long time, you know that is major compliment from Antoine's live music. And yes, I'm calling you Antoine's live music. Let's get to Pete's live music.
Oh, if we ever need Joe Dirty Locks, we need him tonight because this episode kind of blew. It was a snoozer. But I mean, you can't have giant battle scenes on every episode, right? You got to have ones that chill out a little bit and all that kind of stuff. But
Joe,
no, I got to say, the one moment.
Tonight's episode of House of the Dragon was really, really hard for people. They could use a voicemail from you if you're up and you have any hate in you for any episode of House of the Dragon. Please leave us a voicemail. LOL. If not, no worries. LOL. Maybe sometime over the week when you have time. The people want to hear from you, Joe. LOL. So there you go, guys. For you. You wanted it. I just bothered Joe on his Sunday night. Him and the Crow are resting easy. He's going to be like, fuck you, Phil. But we'll see if Joe's angry enough at anything to call and leave us a voice message. So let's listen to the rest of Pete's music.
That I was kind of anticipating, and I was just crossing my fingers, is when Krispy Kreme was like hiking up over the top of the crest of that little hill to go look at the river. Just as he came over the top of the hill, I was like, tell me Rhaegar is just fucking sitting right there and just lights him up and toasts that motherfucker. I'm fucking done with Krispy Kreme. That guy needs to be crispy. Somebody needs to crisp him up, man.
It's
for sure. All right, well, check out the recap. All right, later, man.
It's about time. We need some crispy death. We got a couple more voicemails from Pete's Live Music and Heath Hinton and one more from Antoine. I will get to those in a moment. I just want to get to a little bit in the live chat and save those for a little bit. But yes, for you guys, we'll see if we get any response from Joe. I doubt it, but we'll see. Cole's been fucked up since Rhaenyra. He is, and he can't get over it. He still has that hair so far shoved up his ass. And notice how I didn't say across his ass. The hair has moved from across Cole's ass and gone straight up his pee hole. I realize those of you in the world that have had penis cultures, it hurts. But no, and I'm sorry to give you post-traumatic stress disorder for that shit, but that's what I imagine Cole has a look on his face. Like someone is actively sticking a needle up his pee hole at all times. Yes, it's cringy. I'm cringy for saying it, but I can't see anything else when I look at Cole. That's what I see. I see someone getting something shoved in his pee hole. Greeky, I love the kitties too. I love kitties so much. In fact, I want to put this light on right here, see if I can see a kitty in the dark. Is there a kitty in the dark by the window? No, kitty is not on the window. I wanted to see if the cat would make an appearance for this episode, but no kitty yet. Let's try to catch up here in the chat. At least 20 minutes. I thank you, Nonfiction gets the Iron Woman Award for stream medals today. Her and Sonic Your Boy, I think, were on in every one of our groups streams today. So huge appreciation to Nonfiction and Sonic Your Boy. And I'm sure some of you others are too, but fuck all of you, the rest of you. I just give a shit about Nonfiction and Sonic Your Boy. The rest of you can go fuck yourselves. No, anyone that's checked out Tony's stream earlier or is checking this out or checked out Gray's stuff earlier as well, I appreciate, and we all appreciate you guys checking out our whole family, so to speak, as you can say. Anyway, so blah, blah, blah. Enough licking balls and labias right now. But I appreciate you guys. That's what I'm saying. 20 minutes to warm up to the real rant. Exactly. I'm getting there. What up, Heath? It's true. I had to do that. Like, I was doing my safe ranting at the beginning. I was like, well, I don't know what to say. It's kind of boring. But, once I could see that you all in the chat, or the majority of you in the chat probably this wasn't necessarily your favorite episode. Maybe some of you didn't feel as intensely as I did, but I feel a little bit more comfortable to start ranting and raving. We got Heath Hinton out, who I'll play his voicemail in 1 second. I want to make sure Heath hears us going through his voicemail. I believe that was Thailand. I know it was a Lannister. I'm bad with the Lannister names on this show. I think yes, Dirty Duck. I said that a little bit earlier, but I agree with you. I think it was the editing and the pacing. Things moved too quickly, so it had a feeling of almost a Michael Bay movie at times with just the editing. So not that what was happening on screen was like boom, boom. I just mean the rapid succession. Like when I'm watching Michael Bay's move, forget the Michael Bay thing, but watching a movie or a show that cuts too quickly and doesn't allow the shots to linger enough for me to give a shit. Excuse me. Yeah, Gwaine should have stabbed Cole in the back. The minute someone starts talking about, yes, and I'm going to sacrifice myself, and I don't give a fuck, and he's leading men or leading people, it's time for him to go. Time for you to go, Crispy. Get burned. It's like Seinfeld. You need a Jerry, Elaine, George, and Kramer story. Absolutely. It has to have it all. Pixie, don't threaten me with a good time talking about foreplay. Come on, stop. No. Phil's thirsty. What a shame. In every possible way. Pixie. Sorry. Pixie's making me blush. Too much foreplay, no sex. I'm coming in mid-conversation. Cheers to all of you guys. As soon as I get to our super chat, I saw we got a couple super chats. I have to take my drink here. Valerian the Black Dread sighs for me tonight. I don't get how Helena's baby is Aemond's. She's never seemed interested. Personally, this is just me. I think it's Aegon's kid, and I don't think there's any question about it being Aegon's kid. I don't think enough time has passed for it to be a question. You know, he was there. He left a couple months ago in Showtime, maybe a month and a half ago or something like that. I assume it's Aegon's kid, unless they tell me otherwise or had a scene where they made it obvious that Aemond cracked open a bottle of grape soda. I'm not going to necessarily buy that, because Helena, the way she talks, the way she communicates about Aemond, if it was Aemond's kid, she would have said it in the last 2 episodes when she mentions him. He's at blah blah blah, and he's the father of my baby. Like, it would have actually helped the situation. Like, not help the situation, but help the situation to maybe save the baby's life. Because the baby wouldn't have been the heir in that situation, correct? But I don't know. We'll see. But I feel like people are creating more interesting storylines than actually exist on the show. I think people are so starving for, stuff to dig their teeth into and shit that they're kind of creating that right now. Personally, I could be wrong, but I just think it's Aegon's kid. We'll see. We got our first super chat of the night. 10 Daron coins to Phil. Oh my goodness. Denny from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Daron the King, son of Massaria, killing the Gold Cloaks. Loras roasting Aegon. Kristen's suicide mission. And Rhaenyra is so clueless now. When you write it all down like that, it sounds awesome. I'm going to go through all that. I like the Daron stuff. Sons of Massaria killing the Gold Cloaks. I like the end absolution of all of that. I didn't necessarily like Massaria in this episode. Again, she just kind of gets in the way of good plot, and I think listening to her try to deliver dialogue sometimes bores me. Loras roasting Aegon was the highlight of the episode. That was fucking perfect, dude. You're so right about that. That was gold. They are the MVPs of this season. They're keeping me tuned in every week because of their fucking awesomeness. And Rhaenyra is clueless right now. She is, and she seems like Donnie in The Big Lebowski. She's just out of her depth, dude. And toast to you, Big, for this super chat donation. I didn't want to do this, but I have to. It's the contractual obligation for the super chat. Woo! Thank you, my friend. Oh my God, let's continue down in here. Pete's live music, most disappointing episode yet. I truly think, for so many reasons of the hype up of this season and the excitement factors of the season, this was definitely not one of my favorite Song of Ice and Fire episodes. That's not to say it was one of the worst, because I could see how someone could love this episode for different reasons. But for me, not one of my favorite episodes. And I might have to say that a few more times. I was on Gray's stream and Tony's stream. I was on Tony's stream too. They were wrong so far. The scene where Laris told Aegon the truth about how he was a king was so, I will add, so fucking good. So fucking good. And I think that's part of what's disappointing about this episode. There were so many good things that they could have built around. Do you know what would have been fucking awesome? You have 95% of this episode be Laris and Aegon. Give them a bottle episode in the same way you gave Rhaenyra a bottle episode in episode 3. And by bottle episode, whatever. Her first day at work. There were a few other things that happened to her and a few other point of views that we get in that episode. But for the most part, episode 3 was nothing but a Rhaenyra episode. And everything that was going around and throughout Rhaenyra's orbit. What would have been really cool to take one episode this season and show the other side of it and give us an Aegon episode and just completely suffocate us and drown us in Aegon and Larys's world for an episode. Make it seem almost like an episode of Night of the Seven Kingdoms, just the two of them in, going, walking, and dealing with their shit for an episode. Maybe one or two scenes where we flash back to King's Landing to see Alicent and Helena and deal with their storyline. Have it just be an episode dedicated to those two storylines and those two storylines alone. That's it. Do we have to have Daemon and Rhaenyra in every fucking episode? Do we have to see Crispy tonight? Did we need that? Couldn't we just really slow the fuck down in Aegon and Larys? And then maybe next week's episode, we get all into everything that happened with Rhaenyra and Daemon and all that sort of stuff, and it ultimately leads into something exciting. I think you have all the right stuff. It's just how you're choosing to place it. I'm sorry if I'm stealing your point, whoever said it in the live chat, but it's the pacing. It's not the stuff. It's how they're choosing to show us the stuff, what order, how they're, some of the differences and the things that they're changing around. Just, it's just not good. It's just the wrong choice. Wrong choice for this particular episode. Anyways, wow. Episode 6 will have a chunky action set piece. Not in the level of the Gullet, but sizable set piece. And I feel like you could have connected some of the stuff you had in bits and pieces of this episode with a huge set piece part, and have this episode, if you want to do a slower episode or a more stuff happens episode and building things up, you slow things down and you have an Aegon episode. But maybe that's just me being selfish for what I want out of the show. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see by the end of tonight. I bet one of the gold cloaks is the traitor. You traitor. Killing the others. No spoilers, but the White Worm Alicent scene when Helena wanted to see the moon and Alicent says, go to the window. I thought it might be a what the fuck moment. Me too. Thought something cool, interesting might happen. So Masari is ready to flip after one conversation with Alicent. Yes. Yes, and it doesn't seem like that foundation comes from anything real. This season shows why people who were and are in power should never have been in power in the first place. This is probably Joe's favorite episode. Would you know what's funny about stuff like that, Dirty Duck? Every time when you think Joe's going to hate something is just the time when he likes it. He's going to come on and be like, actually, I watched tonight's episode, and I'm really surprised. I thought this one was pretty good. Like, these are the total type of episodes where he'll fucking surprise you. You're right about that one. I thought for a second it would have been dumb as hell. Cole was like, will they sing songs about me? Yes. Yes. They're absolutely going to sing songs about you, Crispy. There's no question about it. They will sing songs about your mission. They will sing songs about you, you fucking idiot. They call him Crispy Baby. He is a boring ass. We hate Habana. He has no real sass. We have to sit and watch him bitchin', moaning, complaining, whinge and cry. Won't this Crispy die? Just die, Crispy die. Die. Oh, why won't you burn and why won't you fry? We're singing of your songs and then we want you to die. You are the Crispy motherfucker. Why don't you let me fry? Crispy. Crispy fucking bastard. I mean, like, that is... He wants the song sung about him. There you go, Crispy, you fuck. How do you like that, you fuck? You got it. There's your fucking song, you piece of living shit. Fuck you, Crispy. Fucking dickbag. Fucking... You want songs sung about... There's your fucking song, asshole. There's your fucking song, you asshole. Okay, Crispy, yeah, King Kong's, no one's got shit on you, you Crispy son of a bitch. Just fucking kill him. Oh yeah, hit the button. Wake me up before I go. I feel like I shot a tranquilizer gun. I did, I kept falling the fuck asleep. Hey, what are you talking about? Pixie. What voice? No, okay, we haven't had a battle since episode 1, but it's going to be a season of battles. Haymaker. Did Alice Rivers drop the crow's feet to burn the bridge? I think Alice Rivers is doing a lot more than we think. Joe laughed so hard when the bridge was burned. I'm sure Cole will die this season. He better. Why do we have to suffer through so many crispy episodes? Can he just die already? Ouch, can't I say that? I want him to die. Episode 6 is going to beat your battle. I hope so. We got another super chat donation. Oh my goodness. Good, I have to finish my shot. Damon's speech to the Gold Cloaks was the equivalent of a boss throwing a pizza party when the employees are... That's way too accurate, Pac-Man. Pac-Man. 2 points for Pac-Man for the chat of the night here. Woo! Okay, let's continue with this live chat. I'm almost caught up with the chat here. Cole is that dude. He's got attention from women, and now he thinks he's God's gift to women. If he were alive today, he would own a van with no window. Sorry, that was fucking awesome. Fate. Eagle for life. For life! Eagle! Eagle, that was awesome. Okay. Oh, fish tacos tonight, which sounds fucking delicious in so many different ways. I guess I am hungry or thirsty. Welcome. Thank you for joining for a dime bag of support. Every little bit that you can put in my blunt, to join the fun, we definitely appreciate it. Nonfiction, you make our lives. It's not that you don't have a life. It's all of us that do this appreciate you guys. It's like, you can think about it like doing the drinks around Epcot, like you're having a drink everywhere. And I have not forgotten about our voicemails. I will get to them in a second. We saw Sir Pounce's grandmommy. I like the cats. Crispy cat there. Did someone say waffle party? We're having a waffle party. Are we going to have a waffle party? I think we're going to have one. Sonic, your boy, this show doesn't know how to let things breathe. It does not. Fish tacos tonight. And that's the problem. And that's why episode 3 was one of my favorite episodes of the series. I think, my favorite episode of the series, because it's the only one that I can remember easily in my mind that let things breathe. Because you breathed in Rhaenyra's first day at work. I know. I think I have that. Wait. Can I do this on command? Do I have the power? I think I might. Let me see. Do I have the power for this? I don't think I do. Fuck. It's on the other computer. It's on the other computer, but this will have to do. Let's burn this place to the ground. We need more of this. We need more burn the fucking place to the ground. We might not have a waffle party right now, but I did have the waffle party gift somewhere. I think it's on my other computer though. I have to make sure about that one. Okay, let's continue here. Good evening. Oh, we have the amazing, the incredible, talented, and a good, amazing friend, AK, in the live chat. And if you haven't already, make sure you check out AK's stuff. She's finished up covering Lestat, and she's doing lots of stuff right now. So make sure you're following AK and her whole crew for all the amazing coverage that they're doing. Some of the best people I know, seriously. So AK and her whole crew and fandom and DJ and everyone that they rock with. If I'm forgetting somebody, of course, it's on purpose. But no, all you guys, I love you guys for the support you give me and Tony and Joe, and the support and just all the awesome work that you guys have been doing for so many years and keeping up the good fun. So lots of love to AK, the amazing AK, who fed me when I was hungry. And literally, I was hungry and she gave me food. She made food for everyone and she gave me some food and it was fucking delicious. Okay, anyways, let's continue. We've got the wonderful, okay, let's in the live chat. I mean what I say. Helena Targaryen is the hotter than Rhaenyra, hotter than Dany. I would put Dany. I would put a ring on that, says Antoine Thomas, especially Damon's daughter. I appreciate that. We get another super chat donation. Oh my God, I have to pour another shot. You guys are incredible with these super chats tonight. Keep your thoughts coming. Keep the super chats coming. Keep the discussion going. I appreciate you all seriously more than you know. And we got a second super chat right after from Bob. Bob says, "Oh, wait, what the hell? What did I do? Where's Bob? I lost Bob." How did I lose Bob? Oh, there's Bob. As a book reader, this was my favorite episode. Lots of important setups will pay off. Unfortunately, cutting 2 episodes last season means more frantic pace this season. Episode 6 is the battle, though. Fair enough and good. I wanted to hear from you, Bob, because it's important. See, as a book reader, understanding like some of the little subtle stuff that's in there, I can see why maybe you picked up and enjoyed so much more that they might have put into this episode that somebody like me that just sort of scanned Fire and Blood, and of all the Song of Ice and Fire books, probably grabbed me the least. But I did read it, and I did go through it or listen to the audiobook a couple times. But it didn't really stick in the way that the 3 novellas for Duncan Egg did, or the main series did, or even the history books, the World of Ice and Fire did. And for some reason, Fire and Blood didn't connect with me as much, which again, someone could be like, oh, then why the fuck are you talking about this show? Because I still like it. It's just maybe I'm not so in love with the subtlety of this particular story that I can appreciate an episode like this tonight. Just this is me not being a wise ass. It's more just I like to do this. Is what's fun about this, is seeing what other people think and not being like, you're a fucking idiot. Oh, and I'm fucking right. You're fucking wrong. You fucking suck. Fucking Bobcat driver. You can fucking like what you want. It fucking sucked. That's not my game. My game is hearing what you liked about it and be like, oh, cool. I can see that. I can see where some of the monologues that maybe felt like repetition to me, you could understand some of the referential language used in it, and it kind of meant more to you than it would have meant to me. Fair. Very fair. It was still boring, but fair. Toast to you, Bob. Thank you for not making this an echo chamber. I appreciate that, and I never wanted to feel that way. So whether I like an episode and you guys hate it, or which is usually the Joe Dirty Locks situation, I like something and Joe hates it, or I like something and Tony hates it, or Tony likes something and I hate it, or the other way around. Usually it's not Joe likes something and I hate it. That doesn't often happen. I'm trying to think of something that Joe likes that I don't. But Babylon 5, maybe. Woo! Great to see AK in the chat, as I said. Otto is the father. Ulf is the father. I thought Aemond had surprise sex with... Possibly. You never can tell. It might have happened. Inconceivable. I think a member of the White Cloaks... The Cloaks. It's like Cloaks, but someone that drank a bit too much. It's... Okay, it's only been 2 months in the universe. You would have stolen Aemond's girl, Rivers. I would have, but and thank you, Antoine, as well for becoming a member. But I would have had her for some reason dress like a werewolf and call her Sheila. I don't know why. Glow, that's its name. Women's wrestling, it's that game. But yes, I would definitely be playing Glow with Alice Rivers. I can see Joe doing a 30-minute rant on Massaria alone. I mean, I could see... I mean, when it really comes down to it, we know what Joe's going to say about all of this. Like, it's not... There's not much of a mystery about what Joe's going to say. It's just like... It's more of like, how bad is he going to hate this shit? It's come on. There we go.
Well, so I gotta say, Phil, the only thing stupider than the episode, which was pretty fucking stupid, is the fact that YouTube fucking lost your shit on you. So, where's that? But then I guess maybe the only thing stupider than that is the fact that you're gonna do a whole other fucking podcast and talk about that shit stinker of an episode. So, I guess that sums up what my opinion was, and hopefully YouTube will find it and get it back. And if not, then cool. You're stuck doing another one.
Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. I don't even know the context of that, but we'll listen to a few Joe messages around the way. Is Crispy really the greatest warrior of all time? Is he's the greatest warrior of all time, like Russell Hantz thinks he's the greatest survivor of all time. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm Crispy. And like 3 people are going to get this fucking joke, because there's 3 people out there that watch Survivor as well as I do. Crispy's totally the Russell Hantz of Survivor. Listen, Everyone out here on this island sucks. I'm the best of our time. I got my dumb girl alliance with me. They're gonna do whatever I say. These stupid high towers. Dummies. I'm the best of our time. Ray needs to start listening to her counsel. The Larys, absolutely AK. Larys scenes were chef's kiss. Everything Larys and Aegon killed it this episode. For some reason, the actor that plays Aemond, when he's not doing comic book villain dialogue or action, he's really bad. He was bad in the scenes with Alice Rivers, to me. But Aegon and Larys, some of the best stuff I've seen in a while. They just very much entertain me. Nah, I don't do or care too much about the misadventures of serpents. Aegon and Larys in the morning. Are Adam and Baelor doing it? I can't tell if they have the brother and sister vibe or they have some sort of vibe going on. I'm guessing it's more brother-sisterly vibe, but in this world, both things aren't mutually exclusive. I'm tired of Clubfoot and Egg. Too much. The Kristen stuff is really important setup for next week, which is a major battle involving his forces. But don't you think, Bob, this is just a question I have. We've seen Crispy several times this season doing repetitive actions. Couldn't they have all summed that up to one big scene? You know, instead of over and over again having him say similar things. I get that it's important for the setup of everything that's going to be happening, but do we need the repetition of it for that? I just feel like we've seen a bit too much Crispy for the juice and the squeeze of it all, if you know what I mean. Like, we didn't need to see him in episode 1. If this was the first time we saw him all season, to kind of set that stuff up for tomorrow, that would have been kind of nice, but I feel like we've already seen him too much doing nothing, so we see a little bit more. Or I feel like we could have had a whole episode of him doing the guerrilla warfare kind of stuff instead of getting it to a point ultimately where he's just like monologuing again. And I do get that it is important moving forward, but I don't know. I guess I just don't feel like they were. I think we had an embarrassment of Crispy, and I think we just needed a few Rice Krispie kernels instead of a whole bowl. KFC Crispy Borg special. Oh my goodness. Let me take a drink for you, my friend. Here we go. Okay, let me catch up with some voicemails here so I don't end up missing these. Let's get to Heath Hinton's voicemail here. If I can get to it. Here we go. What's Heath got to say?
Mr. Phil.
Mr. Heath. Toast to you, brother.
I'm sorry. All this season's doing is proving that the Hightowers are right. Rhaenyra had no business being queen. She's nothing but a crybaby who is impulsive and worries about things that aren't huge in the grand scheme of things that she shouldn't worry about. She made a bigger deal out of the writing on the wall, and now it's turned a mountain into a molehill.
Yep, completely.
She's worried about being too nice to Alicent, and I don't understand it. You know, she's worried about, the people there, whatever that town is where
Tumbleton.
the Green Army is. She's worried about hurting those people the whole time. She's just allowing them to sit there and do things to gain power, and she, build on. Sometimes Damon's right. Sometimes you have to make decisive choices and deal with it, not cry about it or not whine about it or not make impulsive choices, but decisive choices. In this season, she's been nothing but impulsive. And it's showing. I mean, were the Hightowers right? Was she not fit to be queen? Yeah. Was Aemond not fit to be queen? King, I mean? Yeah. It seems like that after Jaehaerys, there was just...
I think ultimately this comes down to Rhaenys should have been queen over Viserys, and that's where this all went down, because Viserys' whole his standoffish approach of being king definitely didn't benefit his kids.
Nobody fit to be queen. It didn't matter who was going to be something bad was going to happen, because none of these people were fit to rule.
Yeah.
So I don't think. I think what we're seeing is this is the Targaryen downfall.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I'm going to play the rest of your message, but I'm with you. I think Viserys was a good king, but ultimately they fucked up not giving the crown to Rhaenys and have that basically be Rhaenys, and I don't know, but whatever. Maybe I'm just crying over spilled milk because she's one of my favorite characters. But I think out of all the Targaryens post that could have become king at that point or become the ruler at that point, between Viserys and Rhaenys was the better choice. And then it's the trickle down effect. Butterflies, as George says.
Your downfall because they're spoiled, they rely too much on dragons, and they're impulsive. Anyway, my take, buddy. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Good to talk to you, my friend, later.
Oh, God, I'm thirsty like I'm crispy. Thank you, Heath Hinton, as always, for the amazing voicemail. Let's listen to Pete's live music. One last one.
Yeah, as much as I like Damon, his little Braveheart rousing speech to
Freedom!
the troops, the Gold Cloaks. I mean, you got all these guys, none of them are getting paid, and then he talks for like 10 seconds, and they're all hooting and hollering on his side. I mean, that wasn't that motivating. I thought that kind of came out shitty. So, I don't know, the writing's kind of suffering a little bit. It's not the acting so much. It's just, you know, come on. He's just going to step up there and just go, well, all right, men, blah, 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 blah. And they're going to be like, yeah, hooray, we don't get paid.
Friends.
Oh, I'll pay you double later. Oh, hooray. Bullshit. Yeah, it's kind of really.
He is
not the greatest episode. Where's Joe Dirty Locks?
He essentially came out here and said, everybody, my men, I will gladly play you Tuesday for a hamburger today. That's basically what Damon was saying. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Play you too. Play you a damn song. I like my chicken extra crispy, Cole. Crispy, baby. Push. God, I love this recap. Oh, thank you, Mad Sinister. Oh my God. I'm glad to give you guys any fun, ridiculous energy. I'm gonna need a song. We need to play a nonfiction song. If Crispy gets a song, nonfiction gets a fucking song too. Oh, did my dog raise her head when I was doing the Crispy song? I had to do a bump to get through all of that. Finally, a scene of Bela talking about her lost throne. I heard anyone needs to finish their shot. Oh, nonfiction. The Joker laugh. Crispy's got them Shane from Shane from The Walking Dead. He does. Where he's about to like push some guy out into a pile of zombies. Are you ready for our Crispy album release? Phil the Issues guy. I should buy Helena and Allison a bag of Crispy Cole chicken from KFC. Maybe I'll join them and we'll all watch Crispy die. I like that. I do need to set up that dog cam. I do. Burn it all down. I'm almost caught up here. Lures his feet and said, I used to jack off with your mama's feet. I agree with that soldier that walked in the middle of this lame speech. Yeah, that walked out and said, this speech is too much. Play that damn funky music. It was all kind of lame. Thank you. I'm caught up in the chat. We're back live now. And you know what? I've waited too damn long. Too many days. Too many moments. Too much. Recap!
When I look around you, what do I see? What is a clean
We're ready to get into this recap. Yes, both dogs are like, would you please stop? What are you doing, asshole? What are you doing? Leave us alone. We're trying to rest. Lotus, who's 14 years old, who's here for the weekend, and my old baby dog who lives with my ex, but who I'm getting to watch this weekend. And then, of course, Quark, my dog now. They love each other, but Lotus is like, I'm too old for this shit. Great to have Miss Lotus in the house, who you may recognize, some of your longtime listeners from old streams. It's great to have her back in the background. It's been a while since she's been there, so she's well aware of this nonsense. Yeah, the dogs are awake now, and they're like, you fucking asshole. Let me get back to sleep. Why'd you wake me up for this episode? That's what they're thinking. They kept me up on the couch, actually. So let's get into this episode and break it down scene by scene. I must admit that maybe my notes aren't the best they could be, but we'll get through this together. So, calm down, you two. Relax. Okay, so first of all, something I noticed in the credits, which is just like, it's not a big deal, but I never noticed it before, that Ryan Condal gets his name before George in the credits. It's interesting, but whatever. The dogs are definitely Kristen Cole fans. They're like, don't get crispy on me right now, Dad. Don't do it. I don't want to get crisp. Don't get crispy. Sorry, everybody, for stupid drumming. It's that kind of party, you know. We open up on the Starks and the Tullys. Chibs Stark is talking to little douchebag Tully about what's going on in the north. They mention hunting Crispy, and they're not going to play Crispy's game. I'm not going to play Crispy's game. Oi, Jax! I am in the Sons of Anarchy and fuck the eye. You're not on that show anymore, Chips. Oh, I'm not? Where am I? You're in Westeros. Oh, fuck the Lannisters! Fucking Lannisters! Thank you, Chips. Ah! Sorry. He's an awesome actor, but every time I see him, I think about Sons of Anarchy. I mean, he's been in a million things. Tom Flanagan, is that his name? Braveheart was mentioned earlier. He's obviously in Braveheart as well, but yeah, sorry about that sound if it was ear hurting. Okay, enough of that stuff. Oh, thank you, Sonic, your boy. That whatever nonsense that this started out as, which will be, oh my God, I don't even want to tell you how long it's been since my first radio show, but this all started out as a radio show. It's called The Issues Show, The Issues Program. And I played music and also like grip and ripped like stupid news articles like man in Florida drives through kitchen window of, I don't know, I'm not gonna make it up, but then I'd perform some music on it too, and that's all kind of grew from that. There was some other things I did along the way too before I finally got here, but yeah, and that's it. So thank you. That was always my desire. I always wanted to be a radio host. Baby, hear the blues are calling, tossed salad and scrambled eggs. But when I first decided I wanted to do it, I figured I wanted that the whole issues thing, the issues guy thing, all came from, my band has a song called Issues, and I've played it before. But the Issues song that I played, this song right here, was the issue show, and I wanted people to call in with their problems and like talk them through their problems. Like, if you got issues, I will solve it. Call back my show while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. Okay, but this is the issue song. It was 91.7. Hi, everybody. Well. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Hi, everybody, but this is more my voice then. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is Phil. The Issues program. Zip-zopping, rip-ropping, going upstairs, downstairs, everywhere I want to go. I'm crossing my mind. I cross myself silliness. I'm playing with my lips. I'm going upstairs. What's wrong with me?
What's wrong with you?
Wee, I am wrong. Hi, what are we going to do today? Let's play a song from TV on the radio.
Here we go, Phil. Play the song.
Beep, 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 beep. That's an example of what my radio show is like. Oh, and then the second half of the radio show, I would like read news articles. Sometimes I'd bring guests in to talk, do trivia competitions. Joe was a little bit of a part of the show, but more it was like my cousins and a couple of kids I went to college with at the time. So, yeah, there you go. Okay, enough of that nonsense. You don't want to hear the fucking issue stuff. A little bit. That was my goal. It was like Frasier-y mixed with cross between Frasier and the old Nickelodeon show Out of Control. And something I was listening to at the time called The Spill Crew. I was really into The Spill Crew, which eventually turned into Double Toasted. Anyways, blah, 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 blah. Solve actual issues how? For realsies or smack talking snark? Somewhere in between. Like solving the problems with... My initial thought was solving real problems, like being Loveline-ish. You know, like with a fun... Having like... Be a combination of Dr. Drew and... What was the other? Carolla. Like, so I'd be making jokes and helping people out at the same time. Oh, my dear Lord. What is that? Quark. Stop it. There's some dude that drives past the house on a bike, walking his dog in the middle of the street, and Quark doesn't like it. Dude, chill out. This is Phil the Issues Guy signing out. Next caller, area code 916. We have a phone call from area code 904 here. 904, what you got to say?
Hey Phil, what's up, chat? It's Smokey P here. Just calling to say a couple things about House of the Dragon.
Please.
Alice, here for every scene Alice is in. Alice in Harrenhal. That's the one scene where I put my phone down and I have to see what is going on visually and to listen to what she's saying. Ormond's cool in small doses. I'm starting to get kind of annoyed with him. Like you said, too much crispy. It seems like they're setting him up to be a big death at some point. More Rhaenyra updates. Sheep Stealer, you can't give us Sheep Stealer and then take Sheep Stealer away from us. So we need more Sheep Stealer. And that's it. Appreciate it, Phil.
I appreciate you. That was a great fucking call, Smokey. And I agree with everything you said right there. They need to... I definitely pay more attention to the cool stuff that was going around in the background of Harrenhal. And Ormond's cool in small doses, but I think in a world where you have so many shitty people, his special brand of shitty isn't extra special. So it's like, okay, another shitty person. Like, can we get a good person here? Like, they're all shitty fucking people. And I would like to see more of Sheep Stealer. If they're going to go that route, give me more of it. And Crispy is fun, but too much Crispy. You know, I like making fun of Crispy, but you need his opportunities. Someone asked me what's wrong with the dog. The dog, there is a person that drives through the neighborhood on a bike with a dog on a long leash, and he drives through the neighborhood. And I don't know what kind of messages that dog sends to other dogs, but it freaks my dog out. And now my dog is staring like out the window so it can bark at this dog again. Sorry, close your eyes if you hate stuff. Like, look, he's just staring out that window right now. Like, waiting for this damn dog to come back and howl again. So you may need to deal with that. We may need to deal with that again. We may need to deal with that the sounds of sounding like something's dying. My dog sings along with the trumpet, but it also makes sounds like a dying dolphin. So there you go. Smokey, thank you for that call, though. That was a fucking awesome call. I very much appreciate it. I am here for all the Harrenhal weirdness and all the doggy beefs. Doggy beefs sounds like it probably tastes really bad, though. I don't know why, but doggy beef sounds bad. I think I owe you guys one shot from a super chat. Toast to you. Here we go. Okay, let's get more into this recap. So we go to the dude, notices all his men's dead, and Crispy's there doing more guerrilla attacks, sneaking in at night, burning down the tents and stuff. Talking about Braveheart, it's kind of like in that movie The Patriot, like what William Wallace in that movie does. Or not William Wallace, but Mel Gibson. So we go off to a rainy night. The night was dark. The night was sultry. The night was moist. The night was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Great movie, but that's not the movie I was talking about. Throw Mama from the Train is amazing. And I realize I really like Danny DeVito movies, like movies he directs. My dog wants all the smoke. He does. I should let the dog out to work their differences. What I really should do is what he really wants is the cat. He wants to say hi to the kitty cat in the bedroom, who for some reason I cannot see. I cannot see the kitty cat in the bedroom. I feel like I should be able to see said kitty cat in this bedroom. But I cannot at the moment. Oh, there she is. There she is in the background. Under the can you spot the kitty cat in this picture? The kitty cat lives behind the drum set. Well, living in the thing behind the drum. Hey everybody, does your kitty cat live behind a drum set? If your kitty cat lives behind a drum set, please try that. No, I was giving you a commercial. Okay, here we go. They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. So the night was sultry at Harrenhal, and some more men are looking for Aemond because, they've made, Rhaenyra's made the declaration that whoever kills him or finds him can get Harrenhal. So, of course, this is probably just all a long plan from Alice Rivers to figure this whole situation out, but whatever. We're still playing with that stuff. The kitties did say turn off the damn light. The kitty's like, why is that fucking light on? I'm gonna have next opportunity I have, I'm gonna get up and shut that light off. And I swear I won't put the strobe lights on there. Unsalted nuts. Okay, so more men are looking for Aemond, and Alice lies and gives them the haunted house talk about Harrenhal, which is really cool. I like all this stuff. Get some cool depth. More Harrenhal stuff is never bad for me. The castle will swallow you up. It's always thirsty. It's like me. It's very thirsty. And she throws locusts at them or something. I don't know what was going on there, and they fuck off. We go over to One Eye as he's waking up there, and sorry to steal stuff. I'm full credit, Preston Jacobs. Dagger watch. We see the dagger. We see the cat's paw dagger. There it is. People want to know where the fuck it is. Dagger watch. The dagger's right the fuck there. Anyways, so as we get, the only way I can say this is it was bad melodrama. This was just not well written dialogue. For me. I got to put that in there. For me, this was badly written dialogue. And it was kind of cringy and cheesy. But they talk back and forth. But Alice is fine. This was all about the actor that plays Aemond wasn't being a good scene partner. I don't know if it's when he has that big blue thing in his eye. It fucks with his performance a little bit. But just the way he was delivering his lines, it didn't work for me for some reason. It seemed like he was doing a practice take, not a real take. But maybe it's because she's so good. Because she is. She's amazing. She's amazing. She's amazing on Glow. She's amazing on the show. I'm a big fan. But And I've been a fan of Aemond for a while too. John Haymaker, thank you for becoming a member. Ned the Head Ryerson. Is there enough in there? That's enough in there for you, Haymaker. Here you go. Did Alice have 3 fingers? I didn't notice that. I have to take a little bit of a deeper look. If anyone has any lore questions, definitely jump into Preston and Red Team Reviews live review right now and ask them lore questions and come back with the answers. They know that kind of shit. I don't know that shit. And they're my friends. You can check them out too. Fiction. Aemond and Mysaria are both horrible actors. I feel like the actor that plays Aemond can pull off some stuff okay. He's Hayden Christensen level actor. Like, he can pull off certain emotions really well, but the other ones that he can't, it's sad. So I am with you on that one. John Haymaker, it means everything to me that you're joining in. That means you can watch some of my pathetically horrible karaoke streams. And then cancel your membership so you never have to listen to it again. Oh my God. Go lie down, dog. No. 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 I have to play an Antoine Thomas message because I have to deal with this right now.
Is it me or Phil, or is it me or everyone that's watching House of the Dragon is getting attracted to Helena Targaryen? I mean, let's face it, Edison found out she got a pair of knuckles, and Rhaenyra is a dried up.
Do you know what I love about you, Antoine? There's a lot I love about you. But what I really love about you is you shoot your fucking shot, dude. You're not hesitating shooting your fucking shot, dude. And I am with it for you. I am team Antoine and Helena. Okay. So she comforts him eventually in this scene. She grabs him and comforts him. And he calls her mother. He's like, mother. So we see the Grand Maester walking around. And we see lots of cats, which makes me happy. It's the best part of the episode. And he's trying to get in to see Alicent. And he talks his way in, saying this is a female matter I have to talk to Alicent about. Alicent basically insults him and tells him he's his friend. And then says, I can't help you anymore. He says, I can't help you anymore. I'm being watched. They hold hands, and she goes. Alicent has... Basically, Alicent got Westerosian Plan B for Helena. Alicent says, we need to use this stuff to Helena, or your kid's going to get killed. And Helena's like, no. I refuse. And she mentions Aemond being at Harrenhal. And Alicent, because she's a really, really good person... like, tries to hold her down and, like, force it down her throat. She's like, I've done it plenty of time, and so is Rhaenyra. You're going to take this shit now. And Helena's like, I don't want to. And she yells at her mother, and she says, it's mine. It's my decision. And, okay, then we get to someone coming to Rhaenyra and complain to Rhaenyra about Harrenhal. And it's just, like, some shit talk and fuck off, you suck. Like, I hate you. And someone's basically like, Rhaenyra, fuck off, you suck. How dare you give Harrenhal to anybody any weird sellsword that can kill Aemond One Eye. You suck, you're horrible. But by the way, can I join your small council? And this is what was hilarious about this. I was like, this is comedy, right? Because she's not actually going to be on the small council. Then we cut to the worst scene in the entire episode, the small council scene. Small council scenes used to be my favorite fucking scenes in the entire fucking episode. Now they're my least favorite scenes. I cringe thinking about seeing Balls of Fury and Mysaria have to have a fucking conversation. And see Daemon do what Daemon does at small council meetings. Again, he changes his acting tone. He's he acts like this wise ass son of a bitch. Like he just couldn't give two flying fuck burgers. And then Rhaenyra is there, trying to catch a fucking fly in my house. Like she's just fucking useless. What the fuck? These small council scenes suck. They're awful. And they're all the same. They're all like some cool stuff is said, but they have like 3 or 4 people talking at the same time to create the sensation of chaos. Especially with Mysaria and Daemon. Like they're just getting into the same damn argument every time, almost like when you see Tom and Jerry get together and suddenly out of nowhere it's dun 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 dun. Like the minute they see each other, it just perpetuates this cloud where they're fighting. Every time we get into a small console scene, it's Daemon and Mysaria. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you hate the poor people. Ah, you hate the rich people. Oh, you hate the poor people. I hate the poor people. Oh, I am the king consort. Oh, I am the master of whispers. I am the king consort. I am the master of whispers. That's not your job. That's my job. That's your job. That should be your job. What's your job?
My wonderful day.
Fuck you! Oh! It sucks! It sucks and it stinks and it stinks and it sucks. And then you got Balls of Fury guy who's like,
oh, I don't know if this is the way things are, but I'm going to act all funky and weird so I'm memorable even though I'm only going to last an episode. Do you see how hard my nipples are?
like, fucking hey, what are we watching? Sorry, the small console scene was the foundation of the part of this episode I didn't like. I just really didn't like it. But anyways, the Maester talks about Crispy, and Bella and Adam say, "We're tired. Daemon, you have to go and figure all this shit out." And Daemon's like, and Daemon takes her. He leaves. He's like, "I'm out of here." And then Rhaenyra falls, and he's like, "Listen, I'm not against you wanting to have revenge and shit." But Rhaenyra's like, "I want Vhagar!" And Daemon's like, "Yeah, I get it, but I gotta do some other stuff and confuse the situation. I don't even know what I'm doing right now, but I gotta do some stuff." And then she's like, "Well, there's people writing shit on me on the walls in King's Landing." And he's like, "You don't have to worry about that." He's like, "But you gotta deal with that for me. Go deal with it. And bring Joffrey here, too." There's a lot going on here. Rhaenyra is way too indecisive. And she's when she decides to be decisive, it's usually not the right plan. She's fucking something up. Oh my God. And I wanted to make it clear when I was doing my stupid little voices back and forth, I was trying to make Daemon's voice higher, because it is higher than Mysaria's. It's like, "Oh, I'm Daemon Targaryen." And then Mysaria's voice is like this. Oh my goodness. He does. He looks like a beast. Phil, whose nose did you break your wrist on? Rhaenyra. No. Lola, we've got Lola in the live chat. As for this season, I'm having real problems with the timelines. Shit's all over the place. We have the amazing Lola. I haven't seen you in a while, my friend, but one of our oldest longtime listeners. It's great to see you with the live chat. Dame, it always makes me happy. It puts a big damn fucking smile on my face to see you in our live chat, Lola V. Okay, so Daemon is like, "I'm not going against you. And we need to get Joffrey." Okay, so then we get Aegon and Larys trying to find which direction is west. Aegon's trying to find Aemond. And Larys is like, "Aemond will fuck you up, dude." And he says, Stop telling me what I can't do. I'm going to find Aemond and I'm going to kill him. This is all his fault. So then we get Mysaria. I wish I could show you my notes here. At the top of this scene, I just put, ugh. We get Mysaria coming to talk to Alicent. And we see what the Maester gave her. And it's, like I said, it's the Plan B stuff. And Alicent's like, "Listen, it's mine. I fucked Crispy and I did stuff I shouldn't have done. And I've been waiting too long. I should just drink this stuff." She drinks it. And Alicent's like, "Don't say anything, keep this between girls. Girl talk, right?" And you want to be... And then they get into this whole big situation where she's like, "You want to be decisive, like the queen." And then, "What, I should trust a high tower?" And even the way the dialogue here, "What, I should trust a high tower?" It reminded me of like, "What, I should trust a took? You fool of a took." And no, and then Alicent plays her psycho mind games and she's like, "No, I'm a prisoner. Same as you were once." Okay, what's your point? Is your point that Mysaria can easily be a prisoner again if she can go against Rhaenyra. Because if that's your point, you made it poorly, Alicent, or it was poorly written and didn't get depicted right. Was your point that you two aren't that different? So trust me, because we both have a same foundational point in this situation. If that's the case, that's just stupid too. Because you're not the same thing. It's two completely different situations. But I don't know. I had trouble figuring out what both characters were trying to accomplish in the scene. But I mean, I know what Alicent was. Alicent was trying to stall and distract and make sure that nothing got back to Rhaenyra. And I guess Mysaria was trying to get her own information and create her own. Because you would think it's her job to just immediately go to Rhaenyra, but they played it off like some of what Alicent said kind of hit her the right way. So I'm curious what you guys think about that. Did anything Alicent say get Mysaria to trust it? Did she think, you know what, maybe I am the same as you? Yes, I'm just nobody. Like, does she trust her any less? Or was it more about Alicent explaining that you'll always be number 2 to Daemon? And it was creating more divide in that situation. Just curious. Moni, who was that beach the Lord Mandalay was talking to? It was the same person that was in the hallway complaining to Rhaenyra about the Harrenhal situation, and somebody that Jace promised Harrenhal when it was all done. I don't know exactly who it was, though. Did I sound like Aegon? Did I hook into Aegon for a second? I wish I could think what I did. I'll try it again. I have some more Aegon talking later. Alicent's like, don't say anything, okay? And we see more Crispy getting Hightower love as all of them are being approached, and they're all loving Crispy. As then we see all these little crow's feet on the ground, the Westerosi mines that end up fucking up all the horses, and then we see Crispy stabbing a horse. We see Alicent looking at her pendant as she sells it or she trades it in later for information or for her whole situation. We'll get to that later. Then we get Daemon talking to the City Watch about graffiti, and this is the point in the episode where I started to doze, I'll be honest. So some of these notes might get even more vague. And we get graffiti about Daemon leading, and it's been a while since he was the Prince of Fleabottom, and they find some dead people gutted. Then we get Aemond being prepared and having more time with Darren, and they talk about how about what they need with all the houses they have to do to set up. We talk about his tutor as they play this chess game. They talk about the Martells. The Martells get a couple of mentions in this situation. Martell words get mentioned a couple times in this episode. We get talking all about, is she a hero, or talking about different Targaryens and a specific Targaryen that they were talking about. I think they were talking about one of Aegon's sisters. Were they talking about? I'm not sure who. This is where I dozed off a little bit. I'm not sure who exactly they were referring to, but talking about was she a hero or a villain? Then he talks about dragons and Targaryens and said that Dorne was never broken. Aemond is upset that Daeron beats him, and Daeron apologizes, and then Aemond stands up and says, "Don't ever apologize for victory." And then he pulls out a gold piece with Darren's face on it, and he gives it to him and says, "This is how things are now." And this is where I woke up. In fact, you can see on my notes where I started to fall asleep. Wait, let me see it. You want to prove it? Let's see. You pardon me for this horrible situation that I'm gonna actually do this. Am I actually gonna do this? Let me see. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, so see right there. We don't need to look at how I write things. Right here is where I fall asleep pushing the button, and I dozed off here. Right at this point, right here, right after, somewhere in between giving the gold piece in this scene and this scene, and I just fell asleep with my finger on the period button. So yes, I am not exaggerating. Okay, so here we go. Alicent talks to Helena, and they basically say we need an escape. We got an escape plan. If you won't use plan B, we need to escape. And Helena won't leave without her daughter, and she says she's just gonna be collateral damage. We just have to let her stay here. She's safer here. And Alice will come back for her later. And what I love about Helena in this scene is she poker calls Alicent. Alicent does her tell, which is when she's lying, she looks away, and Helena calls her on it. I don't want to play poker with Helena. That's what I figured out tonight. Helena will kill me in poker. So there's that. But I do like how she called her out in her tells. She's like, I know what your fucking tell is, Mom. You look away when you're lying, you fuck. Okay, so then we get Adam and Bella, as we didn't need more Adam and Bella in this episode, just because we were at a rapid pace. So to stop in for like a brief scene with two other characters, I think was a bit much. But Adam and Bella, he's like, you need to sleep, damn it. And Bella's like, the queen won't look at me. And she's got pride, and it's fucking with her. And Adam's like, I'll be here for you no matter what. And whether he was saying it again as a brother, fellow dragon rider, or whether he was trying to hook it up, I will yet to be determined. So Aemond wakes up, and Alice Rivers says Vhagar left, and maybe she was afraid. No. He asks if he's a prisoner here, and she says, I don't know. And he limps out of there towards the window. She tells him about King's Landing, about Rhaenyra, and he asks about Aegon. He talks about some dark stuff, and she comforts him even some more. And they connect even more. She gets her hooks even more into him. Then we get our next scene, which is... Whoops, sorry about that. Then we get our next scene, which is Aegon and Loras. And Aegon's like, tell me I'm a shithead. Tell me I'm no dragon. Tell me we can't make it. Tell me my brother's gonna fuck me up. I don't care. Tell me all this shit. Tell me whatever the fuck you're gonna tell me. I don't care, you fucking club-footed asshole. And Loras says, listen. Oh, I don't care. Since I've known you, since you were king, since you were born, since you were drunk, since any of this happened, all you've done is whinge and bitch and fuck things up when you were king. You had your dumbass frat boy friend bullshit stuff. You had the world's most beautiful dragon that we had to name after the fucking sky. You could have been great, but you trampled your whole fucking thing. All you did was drink every day with your best fucking friends. The truth is, you're a shitty king, and you're an even shittier man. Great. The best monologue of the episode. So fucking perfect. So, we have to get back to some boring stuff as we get back to Rhaenyra at the Sept, trying to pay respect as Daemon comes in and makes fun of her. But they still have a little conversation. She thinks something's happening behind her back. Something's happening. People are talking behind my back. People are doing things behind my back. Daemon, you gotta do something about this. People can't talk about me behind my back. She hates people talking behind her back. And she thinks God turned away from her. She complains about finding Aemond, and she needs Vhagar. She needs gold. She needs something. You're against me, Daemon. You're doing everything against me. She dresses him down. She says, my enemies are acting. You're fucking this up, dude. It's your problem. You're the one fucking it all up. You're a shitty king. You're a shitty king consort. You'd push me down these flight of stairs if you could. You'd go full showgirls on me and push me down like Jesse Soprano over here. You would. I'm so excited. I'm so sad. That's what you want. Yeah, Loras read him the fit. Loras was fucking dominant in this scene. He was eating him for breakfast. Oh, it's good to be the king. In the first play I ever did, I played a king, and I was working with a director that was like, don't you ever fucking improv on my stage, ever. To all of us, not just me. She's like, I don't ever want to see anybody make up a line that isn't in the script and do it on stage. So I was playing a king. King, it was like a Cinderella, like a weird sort of modern take on Cinderella that had like strong, but it was like serious matter, like serious topic and stuff like that. It was comedy, but kind of had some serious themes in it. So there was one part in the play when Cinderella's somebody comes up to me, a character in this play comes up to me and like grabs me in the bunch of chaos and kisses me. And I'm just supposed to sit, the line in the script is just you sit there dumbfounded and someone comes and drags you off stage. Your son comes, Prince Charming comes and drags you off stage. So she comes and runs up to me and kisses me. And I broke the fourth wall, turn to the audience and go, huh, it's good to be the king. Place erupts in laughter. A fucking erupts. After the show comes up, she comes up to me. She fucking yells at me, screams at me, lost her shit. She's like, fuck you, how dare you you have to clean up. Like, gave me punishment. I had to clean up the stage. I had to like break down the stage stuff all by myself. I had to do all this work for her. And then after it all done, she goes, okay, now you have to do that at every show. She goes, we're adding it to the script. Adding Mel Brooks to the script. And she added it to the script. So. But she did punish me for it. I had to fucking sweep and fucking clean up and do all sorts of fucking shit for that. But I love you, Jeannie Marie, but you fucking punished me for that one. It's good to be the king. Okay. Funny you guys say that. I was just in the red under 20, but plugging in wasn't working. I hate it when I have tech issues. That is the worst. When you start getting into that sort of almost panic moment where you're like, oh, if I don't plug in my phone soon, it's gonna die. Especially when you're listening to something you don't want it to stop. I hate when I finally look down my phone and I discover it's at 1 and I haven't noticed that before. Oh my God. I just Daniel LaRusso to fly. Like not a chopstick, but I grabbed a fly in my hand. Anyways, okay. So she punished me real good. Anyways, I wish she was gorgeous. She is gorgeous. Okay, so she 20 years older than me, but she's gorgeous. She thinks God turned away from her, whatever. Crispy has gone from hero to zero as they change the plan, and Crispy now is fucking horrified as they find the bridge has been burned. Loras and Aegon talk more shit about hiring asshats, and they find one more person on their side. Mr. Lannister's there. So Helena and Alicent play dress up in what looks like they're playing the Flying Nun. They're playing nun dress up. And Massaria finds them. She's like, did you think I was stupid? Did you think this voice... Misa Jaja Binks, did you think Misa stupid? Misa Massaria not stupid. Misa Jaja. Musa in deep doo-doo now, Alicent. So, I'm sorry. I say this before, but every time I hear Massaria talk, I just hear Jaja Binks' voice. Alicent, you saw in deep doo-doo on the go to Coruscant. Me have no contest. Misa 100 now. Oh my goodness, awesome. Congratulations to Walking David. Everyone, tell David to break some motherfucking legs as we get the Walking David in the live chat, and who submitted his audition tape. And the hardest part is over. Now it's forget about it till you hear about it one way or another. So congratulations, David. Break some motherfucking legs. Or, I mean, you already broke legs. But I don't know. Is it the same superstitious nonsense? Am I not allowed to wish you good luck? Like those fucking theater idiots. Okay, so Helena and Alicent dress up in what looks like maids and outfits. And Massaria finds them, puts it all together. Alicent says some words. I think the crows will crush you, and I think Rhaenyra will never pick it up. Whatever she fucking talks about. I don't know. She talks about 2 ways from Tuesday. This is another moment where I started to zippity day out. I was just too concentrating on Darth Jar Jar in this scene. Helena wants to go outside. Alicent says, listen, don't say anything again, and like girl power, and we won't try to escape again, Don't worry about us. And you can trust us. Don't say anything. And Massaria finds them and she puts it all together. And do you think I'm stupid? I love how she says that. Do you think I'm stupid just because I have this voice? Break some motherfucking legs, David. She is the worst. And it's not even... It's not the... You know how I was saying earlier, in some cases, it was the writing and how the dialogue is written specifically, like in the Aemond, Alice Rivers scene. It's just horrible dialogue, like cheesy, cringe, melodrama stuff that you'd see on General Hospital. Like really bad fucking dialogue. Everything with Mysaria that she's saying is fine. This is all the actor's problem. And I'm not even going to say it's the actor's problem. It's dialect coach, director's problem for not correcting this. I said it before. It's Christopher Nolan's fault for not correcting Christian Bale. And I know he's a scary fucker, but he should have said in the dailies for The Dark Knight, whatever you were doing in Batman Begins worked, what you're doing here doesn't. Could you change that? You can take him aside and say it to him privately so he doesn't say it in front of everybody. But someone needed to bring Mysaria aside and say, you're sounding a little bit too much like Jar Jar Binks. You know, I'm not sure if that's what you're going for, but that's, you know, could you try something different? Please. 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 The way she said today, you want me to trust a Hightower? Totally sounded Muppet-like. She would do some, like, she would be a great, like, voice in Despicable Me or something, like, doing a voice like this. She could be, like, Trey Parker's, Heavy as a villain. My goodness. The White Worm is the worst. Misa White Worm, the worst, David. We got somebody posted Mysaria's previous fits, and she looks good now. Now she's just redundant as fuck. I think she's another character that is just, even within the character, would be better in small doses. I think the more we have her on screen, it's diminishing returns. Especially when we come from the main series that featured so many good advisor characters. Whether it was Tyrion, whether it was Ned in the first season, even if it wasn't great at the job. What's her name was fucking amazing for Dany. Not. I keep saying I want to say not Mysaria, but yeah, Mysaria. The Lady of Narth. Why am I blanking on her name right now? It's like I'm confusing it too much with the White Worm's name right now. Missandei. Thank you. I'm glad I said that before someone typed it. It was bothering me. Missandei was good at her job. And of course, I'm no big city lawyer, but I'm Davos Seaworth. I'm here to tell you what's right and what's wrong. What's going on there, kids? You know, and you have Davos Seaworthy. And then on this show, Larys in the first season was a very effective kind of character as an advisor, Master of Whispers kind of situation. Then we have in the main series, you have the Spider, you have even Littlefinger as an advisor to Sansa at times. I was just going to tempt my Littlefinger. Just every war, everything. I need to get David on here to do a Littlefinger. But and on this show, you have Misa think Rhaenyra's in deep doo-doo right now, Alicent. Alicent, what should you think? I don't know. Like, it's just, oh my God. The Mandalorian feels so oh my goodness. David, I don't know if you have time, but I'm going to finish this recap and then maybe have David on for a little bit if he's into it. If not, please leave a voicemail with some of your thoughts, David. If you don't have the time to jump in with us for a little bit today. Helena wants to go outside. Allison says don't say anything, but I'm almost at the end of the recap, so I'll finish this up and then we'll get into a little free-form discussion here at the end. Rhaenyra goes to see Joffrey, but he's asleep. I forgot to mention earlier that she doesn't go to him earlier for whatever fucking reason. It just takes me out of it, you know? But yeah, we'll get David on just so he can share some of his thoughts about this episode. And when we're finished here. So then we get Crispy, who's staying alive. Hoo, hoo, hoo. I don't care about staying alive. I hate Crispy. And then the Hightower dude, you could tell he's just turned on Crispy and he fucking hates Crispy. We see more dudes coming for Aemond to Harrenhal. They talk some shit. They get into a fight. And Alice Rivers gets into like a literal fist fight with one of them. And they kind of start to overpower him, and out of nowhere, Aemond comes out and cuts them down and makes the whole thing better. And she thanks him and that he's taking a turn for the better. So the Lannister and Loras talk about what to do with Aegon, as some other dude is sneaking up to steal the crown or try to be like, what's this crown? Because he thinks he knows who Aegon is. Like, I don't know what was going on here, but he was sneaking up behind him. It was an oddly shot scene. I don't know. The blocking in that scene was weird to me. I just couldn't, I had trouble visually understanding what exactly was happening. So was somebody crawling up behind him to go steal the crown or see it and be like, what's this crown? Because he didn't steal it. He grabbed it. He goes, where's this crown? What's this crown? Who are you? What's the crown? What's the crown? Like, okay, well, what are you trying to do? What are you doing? What's your point of what you're fucking doing? There needs to be a point for what people are fucking doing on this fucking show. In so much, I don't think Ryan Condal knows what people do. He's taking small things that he thinks he knows. He's like, do things. But maybe I was just wrong. He was ear hustling. Was he just whispering in his ear? Was he trying to lick Aegon's ear? But I'm not sure what exactly he was trying to do. It just seemed like it was off. And you're telling me Larys has been watching Aegon the whole entire time, laser lock-eyed on him, but he had no eye on him and didn't see some fucking dude, like, conspicuous as shit, being like this, going, oh. What's this? A crown for a king? Jesus, motherfucking Christ. I did not like this episode. I mean, but yes, this was tough. Okay, so then we go to Crispy makes it to the river, but the bridge is burned, and Crispy upset. Crispy upset now. Crispy is sad. Crispy, it's over for Crispy now. we feel bad for don't we all feel bad for Crispy? Yeah, but no, fuck him. So then we go to Wayne, who offers alternatives, but Crispy's doesn't want to hear it. Crispy's he's gonna swim the river. We're gonna march to certain death. Crispy doesn't care, and Wayne's like, wait, was this your plan all the time? And Crispy says, yes. Excuse me. It was my plan the whole time. He gives a burning speech about how he will not return. He is the realm's greatest warrior, and I will die as such. One day, they will sing songs about me. They call him Crispy Baby. He is a dumb ass. He has no words and brain, and he is a bum ass crass. Wanna slap him in his face. I want him to and die in place. Why won't this crispy motherfucker finally die? I wanna punch him in his motherfucking eye. He is an ugly motherfucker. Fuck this crispy ass. I'm gonna drug his face all right through my ass. I said crispy.
It's crispy. You got a friend named Crispy.
Okay, my first song was better. But still, Crispy, you want songs? There's your fucking song, Crispy. You want a fucking song? There's your fucking song, you fucking weenie. You fucking weenie. My first song was better, Fernandez, I promise you. Okay, so Crispy drown in your face. Okay, he gives a burning speech about all this fucking shit. And Daemon comes in and shows the coin of Darren and says Ormond declared him the king to Rhaenyra. Crispy gives another I don't give a fuck speech where he's like, again, songs will be sung about me. I am Crispy. Crispy son of a motherfucker. Okay, so, and God, Crispy loves you. Give him a chance. Yes, he does. Crispy loves everybody. He loves all. Helena hears something in the walls, and so they randomly find a tunnel. Okay, she hears something in the wall. She's like banging on the doors or something like that, and she pushes. And Fernandez, you look like a dork every time you write in the chat, and I don't hold it against you. So You shouldn't worry about me like that. I appreciate you though. Thank you. I encourage myself looking like a dork. I breathe it. I love it. So Crispy says, Crispy's giving another speech, and the dudes are like, half the dudes are just like, fuck off. I walk off. Well, I don't give a shit. And Daemon looks around. Helena and Alicent find their way through the hole in the wall, and they go to the end. And they see a kitty cat on the fire, and then they're down towards the end of the door, and they look down, they grab one of the cats, they see the fire on the wall, and they see it. Oh, they're like, oh my goodness, what? I love you, Buddy Fernandez. And Helen and Alicent, we see tons of kitty cats. And no, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do not do that. Do not. What are you doing? Get the fuck. No. Get the fuck back. Wait, get down. You're not stealing that other dog's seat. Don't do that. Fucking. Don't be that guy. Don't be that fucking guy. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. No. Hey. Don't be that guy. You're going to push the old lady out of the chair? Is that really who you are? Are you Crispy? Are you a crispy dog? You're going to push the old lady dog out of the chair. That's really what you're going to do. You're that big of an asshole. Yeah. Are you? I don't think so, sir. That's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't think I could see you, but I have you on camera from behind me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Good sir. Oh my goodness. I want you to I think it's the second one of those, Fernandez. I'm not worried about that first part. The dog is pooping on the couch. He's bending over, he's doing his shit. We've got the amazing Gotti in the live chat. Hi Phil, I haven't watched The House of Dragon, but I felt like supporting and saying hello and being supportive cuz thank you, Gotti, who is my very first co-host on this channel. Who did my Breaking Bad final season with me. I'm amazed they didn't know about the tunnel. I think there's so many tunnels that they don't know about them all. You know, there's just so many that are mysteriously accessible and not so many different secret passageways. It's super hard, Fernandez. Like, it's hard to kind of keep the same level of investment in shit like that. Doggies don't take that shit from me. They don't fucking take it at all. Don't take all that shit at all, motherfuckers. Okay, let me open up this situation and see if we can see if I can bring. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works tonight. Give me 1 second here, folks, as I'm. And by the way, that was our episode of House of the Dragon. Let me add this to the stage, add that to the stage, add him to the stage. I think David should be able to hear me, I think. Can you hear me, David? Okay, I can't hear you yet, but let me see if there might be a problem on my end. Let me make sure I got the right buttons selected and shit like that. Okay, give me 1 second, David. But I think I'm fucking up here. I can't quite hear David yet. Let me see. David can hear me. David can hear me, but I can't hear David. I know how to talk. I have words. Let's see. Let me make sure I have the right selection here. Line. I'll put the line right there. I'm gonna leave and pop right back in. Let's try this again. Try it one more time, and if worst comes scenario, I will have David call me instead. Let's see if it worked this time. Check. Testing. No, fucking motherfucker. Why isn't this working? It's pissing me off. Why isn't it working? Let's see. I'm going to try one more thing, and then I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'll just have you call in, David, if I can't get you. Oh, he popped out. We'll have him pop back in and see if maybe that will work. Let me make sure I have all the settings right here, as I think I do. Let me see. No, what the fuck? Okay, let me see. We have David's visual in the screen though, which is important. That's all we need, right? We need I can have him be be on the screen but not actually in here, and just put his visual on the screen. But let me. I'm gonna zip off here for a second, David, and then let me try to see if I can figure this shit out. I think I might know what's going on. Let me see if I can figure it out. I might have to step off. Okay, let me step off here. And yeah, I know this is dynamite, folks, where you're hearing me talk, but we're getting an operator error here. Push the sound button. Yeah, I know, Phil. Turn the audio on. What the fuck's your problem? Let me try one more thing here while I do it. Please, by the way, if you have anything you want to say about this episode, please call in at 781-990-8509. Again, that's 781-990-8509. Let me make sure that I have all my right settings here. Set this right here. Set that right there. Okay. So, welcome, David. It said Matt on screen. It wasn't actually David. It's true. It was Matt's whole thing from the Sopranos stream coming soon. Let's see if it works. Come on. Do you know why it's pissing me off? Because it obviously worked the last couple of times we've done this. So, accept all cookies. Let me accept your cookies. This is the last time I'll try this, and if it doesn't work, I'm not going to waste anyone else's time. But that was allow while visiting the site. Allow everything. Allow this. Allow that. Please enter. Oh my God, this is annoying. Now I've got you. Oh yes. Okay, good. Now I've got David. I can hear him now, and that's all that matters. Let me do virtual cam right there, and then put this on, and good. Now I can hear David. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi.
You thought you were gonna luck out and not have to talk about this exciting episode. So maybe you thought differently. David, what are some of your thoughts on tonight's episode?
The Daemon stuff was really good. I think Matt Smith, it's like he's one of the characters. It's like, what is it? Have you ever seen those skits where they put somebody from like modern times in like the past, and it's supposed to be like it's anachronistic, and it's like a guy using modern day logic in medieval times? So someone's like, we should go to that dinner where our enemies have invited us into their home, and they're like, maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe we'll all get killed there. Why would we get? Why? No, of course we would get to go.
We're special. We're special. We're the ones that won't be killed here.
We don't die.
We're the kings here. We don't die. We make rules.
We was kings. But I don't know why that came to mind.
That was great. That was good.
But I like the Daemon stuff because he feels like one of those people where it's like the only person using any kind of logic or reason or whatever. And by the way, is my camera blurry?
No,
it was blurry last time, and I don't know why.
It was. I think it was a connection issue on my part, but for some reason, it definitely looks good. It looks good today. You don't look as blurry. But I actually noticed that too. You were a little blurry.
Yeah, like I was watching the playback, and I go, "Fuck, I'm like 144p over there."
I'm gonna guess it was we were on some bad connection stuff, and it prioritizes audio.
But once again, guys, did I not call that like Sir Crispy was going to have the exact same conversation again in the exact same way? Go back and watch what I said, where I go, Gwen's like, can't be serious, Cole. Got to get out of here. And then Sir Crispy he just goes, but there's nothing for me on the other side. It's like, shut up! You're the fucking hand of the king. Like you're cemented in history. How could you think this?
And it's like the same speech over and over again too. Like,
and you've achieved more than your family ever thought possible. You're probably more than most people in Dorne have ever achieved, because he's supposed to be Dornish. So it's like, you're ridiculously powerful. And even if you get replaced as Hand of the King, you're still a knight, and you are a knight who was Hand of the King. I mean, it's the same as being like, what is it, the Queen Dowager?
Yeah,
The mother, like the when the king dies and the queen is now widowed or widower, they call them the Queen Dowager. So the queen is Helena, but the Queen Dowager is Alicent. And it's like, you're like the male equivalent of the Queen Dowager in terms of power. People are still going to respect you. They're still going to ask for your opinion. I genuinely do think that, and I don't understand. And he just seems so like hell-bent on these stupid-ass decisions.
People in the live chat are saying that you, because there's some From fans in the live chat thinking that you look like Jade from.
I haven't seen the show, so I don't know who that is. If that's spoiled, is that a person who's in the first season?
Yeah, he's in all the seasons. His name is the actor is David Ayers or something like that. What's his name?
David Ayers?
I think that's his last name, David Ayers, but I could be wrong about that.
Let me look it up.
David Ayers. Is that his name? No, David. No, is that his name? No, Put Jade from. Jade from.
Jade.
It is.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully somebody finds that person handsome.
They do. They actually do. Alpay is his name or something like that.
Yeah, he kind of looks like either Hispanic or Indian. I can't really tell.
I can see the facial hair is similar. I can see where people think your facial hair could be similar to his.
Yeah, and also like I see a picture of him like this.
Yeah,
that kind of looks like.
Yeah, you definitely look like him in that pose. Plus, having seen him on the show, I think you could play Jade really well too. It would be a character within your wheelhouse.
Are you watching From executives?
Yes, he could be Jade in another lifetime, like that situation.
Yeah, him as a flashback to him when he was older.
Exactly. Did you all catch when Alicent said she drank the Plan B tea multiple times? That woke me up from my slumber. Yeah, and that Rhaenyra did as well. So she must have killed a lot of crispy babies. And that sounds bad. I mean, that sounds bad as it said.
Crispy babies.
Too many one-dimensional characters in the show. I prefer Dunk and Egg. I mean, I think the problem I have with the show in particular is I wouldn't even say one-dimensional. I would say they're non-dimensional. Like they're just avatars for like a reiteration of Temu versions of Game of Thrones characters and different visions. It's very rare on this show that I feel like I'm seeing something unique to this world. I've seen it a couple of times, but usually these seems more like amalgamations of other Game of Thrones characters that have been put together to kind of tell a story, to create a TV character that's familiar for people that know the television series. I don't know, at least that's the vibe I get. There's not a lot of uniqueness going on in this show, David, at least for me.
Yeah, I think the problem, that all I think comes back to them stalling this season and all these events, because I think if the first two episodes had been at the end of season 2 and those were attached, and this was episode what was this episode?
This would have been episode 3, 4, 5, 3. This would have been episode 3.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think we would have felt like we have enough time to delve further into these characters. And it's like, I also feel that the characters aren't one-dimensional in and of themselves, but the writers, when you put a character that is multi-dimensional on the back burner, then they become one-dimensional.
Fair. Fair.
Because like Larys he's killed his brother and his father. The Alice at Harrenhal is his bastard sister, or half sister or something like that. He's technically the Lord to Harrenhal. They're at Harrenhal. It's almost like the thing that makes them multi-dimensional, the writers have just sidestepped for a second in order to tell some other weaker part of the story. And because the fact that they literally were wandering around the woods like is a Star Wars fan film for 5 minutes, I was kind of like, you could have just cut to the chase. You could have just cut to them having that conversation when they ran into the Lannister guy, and then that would have been fine. You didn't have to have them wandering around the woods.
I think you make some great points there, especially in the sense of people have been talking tonight a lot about pacing. I think maybe it's not a victim of the characters being one-dimensional, as you said, or being non-dimensional. They don't have room to breathe. And I think this world, as I said a few times earlier, works better in most drama, especially if you want to care about characters and stakes. I mean, if you're watching a Michael Bay movie, a Ninja Turtle fucking movie, or Transformers, it can cut really quick, and I cannot care and just see Shia LaBeouf or Megan Fox's ass or whatever I want to see, and then cut to monsters blowing shit up. Like in this, if you want me to care about stakes, you need to take the time. And I think for whatever it's worth, if this number it's proven, because experience proves stuff. In this world, 10 episodes, the format works really well. It worked in the first season really well. When you start cutting episodes, it creates this sense of having to catch things up and remove character traits and subtleties to just get to the beat points, because you have so much you have to get done in so few episodes. If they finished last season with 10 episodes, David, and they have this season have 10 episodes, and all this stuff that's sandwiched in this episodes, all this exposition that happened in this episode was more littered throughout the season, I just think it would have been better. And so it's not a discredit to the actors or the characters or even the writing. It's the way the budget has dictated these seasons, and it rushes things. It's the pacing, the editing. They edited this episode way too tight. They didn't give the scenes enough time to breathe in between moments to let you even take in what happened in the scene before you jump into the next one.
Yeah, and I think the reason that a lot of people in the chat were saying that the Daemon stuff worked is because they gave him time to let things sit. In his scenes, things were allowed to breathe for a second. He's literally sitting down in scenes and like taking the time to stand up and go, here's a whole speech or whatever about what I think, and I'm going to have a little aside with my my gold cloak here and talk about a plan and come up with something and explain what I'm thinking, explain that the queen might act irrationally sometimes. She's still dealing with all of this. Then him speaking up at the small council, shutting those people down, her pulling him out as he stormed out of the room. Just him storming out of the room adds to his character. Her coming out, having a conversation with him where he's directly butting heads and going like, listen, I'm trying to help you here. I don't know what to do. Like, I act in your interests, but you keep cutting the legs out from underneath me and not allowing me to do my job, both as your husband and as your protector and your, man of action. And also when that girl came out, him just scoffing and walking off, all of that is good for character stuff. But then you cut to Larys, a very complicated character, and he's just saying the same old thing to Aegon. And then you cut away from it, and you cut back to him, and he's saying the same old thing to Aegon. You cut to Kristen and Gwaine, and they're having the same scene. And then you cut to them after you have a Larys scene where you didn't, of them repeating themselves. You cut back to Kristen, and he's repeating himself again. Then you cut to Alicent, and she's giving a great performance, but it's just like, I'm a prisoner. You're not allowing me to do anything but be a prisoner here. And Helena's saying something weird.
I want to go outside and play with unicorns.
Yeah. Listen, and Helena is an extremely interesting character. I keep wanting to hear what she has to say, and I'm hoping that there's going to be something interesting coming with that. And also, it's like, let's say, if nothing happens with that moon tea bullshit and the fact that Alicent drank it, other than she put some rocks on her stomach and looked kind of sick a little bit, if they just ignore that and that doesn't actually have follow through, then there's no point for any of those scenes to even have existed.
Yeah, it was just to create false drama and false business.
Yeah, it's a red herring, and guess what? You can do that in a horror film, in a one-off, like at a horror film. But each of these episodes is like a film in and of itself. So it's like that could have been one episode that you had that idea, and then you chose not to do it, and Helena stood up for herself at the end, resolved, move on. But to keep bringing it up like this, if it doesn't go anywhere, then you didn't even follow the filmmaking rules of Chekhov's gun.
Yep.
And if you don't know what Chekhov's gun is a very simple trope used in films or plays or whatever, which is if you see a gun hanging on the wall at any point
Ow! It hit me.
in the first act, then you have to use that gun in the third act.
And it has to be, it has to be a successful thing to lead to some solving of the plot. Like it just needs to be, it needs to be used in that situation. And people in the live chat, exactly, David. It's the same stuff over with other characters. We need an entire hour and a half of an episode of Massaria with 30 pages of dialogue. Sonic, your boy, that was an amazing troll. Again, Daemon disrespects the queen by walking away from her in front of her court. And I didn't feel this way about episodes 3 and 4. Those episodes flew by faster. Something about this episode dragged. And Aemond is burning, but not in the fire was definitely an interesting thing Helena said. I have no idea what that meant. I think it meant that internally Aemond is burning with his fears, and all of like his internal system is working against itself, in on itself. And so yeah, not in fire, but his mind is burning and all that sort of shit. At least that's how I took it.
Because like he's experiencing the same thing that Daemon was, but obviously they're not going to delve on it for the same amount of time, because if they do, everybody will murder them in their sleep. But what should be happening is Aemond should be way more affected by whatever's happening, because he is a less formed person. The whole reason that Daemon was able to work through things is because he was at least somewhat sure-footed in who he is. And he was just caught between two choices. Aemond doesn't know what he even wants on his own. He just knows that he's trying to copy Daemon. He wants power, but he doesn't want it because he actually wants to rule. He just wants to be seen as the king. Okay?
Yep.
And, and as a teenager, you're not like a full-fledged person yet. Alicent as a girl is not the same as Alicent as she is now. And so it should affect him a lot more. His dreams should be more vivid, as they would be when you're a younger man. They should be more volatile. They should affect his spirit. They should shock and scare him way more than it scared Daemon.
I agree with you 100%. I want to take 1 second. I'm not going to say too much information. I'm just going to say, everyone in the live chat, do me a favor. Laura in the live chat, it's her fucking unbirthday today. So everyone wish Laura in the live chat a happy birthday, and let's all give her some extra love. I just got your message, Laura, and I just want everyone in the live chat to send a heart to Laura in the live chat for everything she's dealing with some heavy shit. She doesn't have to talk about what the heavy shit, but I just want, let's all give her a gigantic motherfucking hug from the motherfucking chat. So Laura, lots of love to you, and thank you for popping in tonight, and we hope this has given you a smile from your unbirthday tonight, from your amazing unbirthday. So everyone give Laura some love in the live motherfucking chat for me. Do that. Anyways, but yeah, I thought Alicent put let's jump back in a few more questions in the chat. I thought Alicent put the hot pad in her stomach to keep the ruse up in front of her maid. Can someone explain to me what the hell are Alicent and Helena doing in the grand scheme of things? That's a good question. Can someone explain to Alexor what the fuck?
Can you explain to me what the hell that was about?
Could you explain to me like I am a 2-year-old? What the fuck?
Dude, can you imagine if just like an average viewer just like sat down with these showrunners and just goes, "Hey, I've been watching your Dragon program, and I gotta say, what the fuck was going on? Do you mind explaining to me what the hell those two are doing?" And they'd be like, "Who? Those two broads, the red one and the blonde one." And you know what? Like a showrunner, I bet you would be at a loss for words as to what to say without spoiling it, like where the hell it's going. We should be able at this point to kind of have an idea of, oh no, she's going to do this, or this might happen, or this could happen. Even book readers are shitting their britches either out of excitement or out of fear that the show is going to go completely off the rails because they've already deviated so far from whatever source material you want to call it that even they don't know. You
And
know what I
especially
mean?
with the Allison thing in Helena, because they have a far more difficult time in the books without getting too far into that. But like, I don't think they want to depict Rhaenyra the way she was in the books. They're depicting her more inept and crazy. So, in like emotion, so it's a choice. It's a choice, and the choice is ruining a lot of other stuff. And the choice to change Allison's age and connect them a little bit, and have the central characters of the Greens be Alicent, not Aegon. Essentially, like Aegon is a main character, but this story is really Alicent and Rhaenyra's story, and they have to keep Alicent relevant, so they keep her around. And I love the actress; she eats up scenery in the best way possible. But if you're asking me what her scenes mean, what this is gearing towards, I think to me it seems like excuses to keep her on screen. Every scene with Alicent seems like it's created in a lab of
Allison's our second lead, and we don't really have much to do with her except her getting tortured and it's put into XYZ and all this shit. And we don't want to do that because that would make Rhaenyra look bad because they're best friends. What can we do with her? What's your ideas?
Let's make her a more active mom with Helena. And let's have a pregnancy, have a come in with.
It does feel like this world is getting so impacted by modern day sensibilities that you're just like, this wouldn't happen like in the world that you've established in your own world. In season 1, they bring you the moon tea and they, you know, they're going to leave it in the room, but they're going to make sure that you take it.
Yep.
And they're not going to give you such nice accommodations, and they're not going to do this. And like, a guard would be in the room. I honestly feel like they wouldn't be in the room for the princess or the queen. They wouldn't fucking be in there. So I saw the fucking
sorry to do it to you.
Listen, the guard should be inside there. Go ahead and try to fucking sleep. I don't give a fuck.
You're way better than Michael Imperioli. Not Michael Imperioli. Way better than Mike. What's his kid's name? What's
Oh, Michael.
Is it Michael? Oh, it is Michael. Okay, so that's right. Michael Gandolfini. Yeah, you're way better than Michael Gandolfini in the.
Oh shit.
That's not even a compliment. That being said, Michael
You're fucking better than that homeless guy on the fucking street.
Michael Gandolfini wasn't bad in this season of Daredevil when he's not trying to do a father impression. Like he kind of reminds me of his father a little bit when he's not trying to be him.
Yeah, as much as what's her face reminds you of Goldie Hawn.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
That's it. But you're not Goldie Hawn. It's okay. You can be hotter and better. What about that?
The only person that I'm convinced might be him is what's his name? Kurt, you just mentioned his wife.
Russell?
Kurt Russell's kid. It looks almost exactly like him. Like he doesn't have Kurt Russell's talent, but he looks a lot.
Like in real life Game of Thrones with the genetics going on, it is crazy. Where it's like Kurt Russell's kid looks like him just with blonde hair.
Yeah, he kind of does. I mean. And a couple of these Nepo babies are all right. I mean, I like. Is it Jack wrong Quaid. That I like Jack Quaid? Like I like Jack Quaid, not just because he's on Red Letter. Like I like The Boys. I like Lower Decks. Like so, it's like I do get pissed off at Nepo baby stuff. But am I a hypocrite because the ones that work? I mean, the dude from Big Lebowski, he's a Nepo baby. Like the ones that work, Jeff Bridges. Like some of the best actors are Nepo babies, and it sucks, but it's true.
Yeah, I do think that talent can be inherited and passed on. I mean, obviously I do. I mean, it happens when there's like a family of doctors or a family of lawyers. It's just like a certain mindset for things and certain talents, like singers.
But it's annoying when they're bad, and it's annoying when they keep trying to pop up and they keep trying to make that person a thing, like any of the Will Smith's kids.
I literally was thinking Will Smith, dude. I was thinking like Willow Smith, or I was thinking I whipped my hair back.
Or like, yes, the Karate Kid movie was all right, but because of Jackie Chan, not because of Jaden. Like Jaden, I guess, is okay in a couple roles, like, but whatever. But we're way off subject here.
Chaco Bucket.
Jack looks like his mom and dad. Meg Ryan was a fine woman. Before Meg got like locked her face into one one personality shape. Like,
Dude.
Meg Ryan was an excellent emoting actress. She was great. I liked Meg Ryan.
Her face reminds me of a quote from Frasier. He goes, "Look at all those smiling faces, soon to be soon to be caught in a rictus of revenge." And just,
that's awesome,
dude. That's what it feels like. If you see her face, I look at Meg Ryan now and I go, if you want to do a Flashpoint where she plays the Joker. By the way, Emma Darcy with her mouth thing that she's got going on, she'd be a great female Joker. Prove me wrong.
No, I could see her get way into that character. The story's not.
Amy, go ahead and pull up the. I can't do Joe Rogan. Just like, wow, pull up that video of Emma Darcy.
When you lock back into your mind, this is just a random side question. When you lock back into your mind and you're thinking about doing a Joker, which Joker are you thinking about doing? Like Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson, Mark Hamill's Joker. Like if you were going to do a Joker voice, which one would you try to emulate?
Heath Ledger, probably. Heath Ledger first, Jack Nicholson second.
Yeah. Mine would probably be Heath Ledger, then Mark Hamill, then Jack Nicholson. But Jack's like...
Oh, I didn't know we can include the animated.
Yeah.
I would go Heath Ledger still, Mark Hamill, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, the Jack is like... Because with Jack, even though he's Joker, you're still doing... Like, Jack's a Jack.
You're just doing Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, you're doing Jack.
You're just going like,
well,
you ever dance with a boy in pale moonlight? Yeah.
I don't know, David. I don't know.
I said a boy.
You ever dance with a boy by the pale moonlight? Yes, I have actually.
Spin, okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. That's the theme of the night.
You ever go to an island?
Monty, giving how much they made Allison, I definitely believe that's good. What did Monty say? The story's not over yet. Meg destroyed her own face and lips. It's so sad. Monty, compare. I don't want to get into this, but it's not just her. So many people have done it. Male and female celebrities have done it. But like compare like someone like Marissa Tomei and Michelle Pfeiffer, who are both still excellent performers and emote, and still two of the most beautiful women on the fucking planet. And Meg Ryan, who is in their ilk of their performance and skill and like in what she did to herself.
Meg Ryan looks like she should be haunting those two.
Yeah, she's stuck in Joker. She looks like the ghost of Christmas Past, you know.
Aemond, know me better, man.
You know what you did. But it's not like there's so many other people that we could talk about doing the same too. I'm blanking on a lot of faces and stuff like that. But there's
Are you talking about nepo babies?
People that have fucked up their faces, like
people who fuck up their faces.
Okay. I don't want to make it too much that we're picking just on Meg Ryan because a lot of people.
No. There's guys who messed. Ryan Gosling messed up his face. Yeah. Bradley Cooper messed up his face.
Oh, horribly so.
Horribly. Bradley Cooper was like, he did the Sondheim or whatever movie, and all of a sudden it's like he's trying to look just like him. And what's crazy is if you guys haven't ever seen the movie Behind the Candelabra, highly recommend it. Matt Damon and Michael Douglas. And Michael Douglas plays Liberace. And basically one of the premises, it's in the trailer, one of the premises of it is that Liberace would literally get his lovers to get plastic surgery to look like Liberace.
I mean, and that's hilarious. I mean, look at Sylvester Stallone. He's another example. Sly is like whatever the fuck Sly did to his face.
Aging like fine milk.
Sly's the good one for one with Meg Ryan. It's like the two of them. You see them before like Rocky.
I played Rocky. Nobody wanted to let me play Rocky in my own movie.
Did you see the trailer for the Rocky playing Rocky thing? It's like, I'm Sly, I'm putting Rocky. Sometimes they'll have Frank Stallone do it. It's hilarious.
They literally in that trailer basically give away the whole movie, and I know that it's based on real events, but it's like, come on. I don't want you spoiling shit with Oppenheimer, and that's real stuff that happened.
Yeah, seriously, I want to I don't
care.
Half of films in theater is surprise. People are picking a bunch of Mickey Rourke's is the pinnacle of our conversation here.
God, Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. What the
Mickey
fuck?
Rourke's not Mickey Rourke anymore, dude.
Oh my goodness, he's more Mutant Ninja Turtle now. And oh my goodness. if Joan Rivers, obviously Tori Spelling, if we want to go on the other side, there's certain people that have just like destroyed themselves to the point of no return.
Joan Rivers. Oh, we got Phil here. Oh, I refuse.
But what was great about Joan is no one ragged on herself. No one could rag on Joan Rivers better than Joan Rivers. Like, yes, I look like someone sat on my face, and she say shit like that. You're like I understand.
I look like a broken teacup.
Yeah,
but, like she would say all kinds of weird shit.
I look like a half-chewed raisin or something. She's fucking horrible. I'm like the dude playing the dude. There's another dude playing a dude. Zac Efron also went overboard, says Lola. Yeah.
Oh man.
And
how tragic is that?
It is. Like, that dude was handsome. That dude was handsome as fuck. Like, he didn't need to do shit.
Hit your fucking face. You have enough money. Like, go back as best you can.
Can you can you reset? Is it like it's like in a video game? Can you respec? Can you like reset your?
You're coming in here like that Asian character from the first season of Invincible. Like, I'm a dragon or whatever. Like that guy. And with your fucking jaw, it looks like he's doing that mogging face or the whatever the fuck the alpha chin.
Ugh.
And I'm like, dude, you were like one of the best of us. Like, you were such a handsome dude.
He was, dude, and chill and funny too. And he had like quick wit. And now he's like slower because his face is causing him to talk slower and shit like that. Like, look at someone like he would, and I believe Stamos when he says it, because Stamos is someone that like doesn't have a filter. Stamos is like, I know not too much. I had a nose job when I was younger and got a little Botox in my head once, and I don't do it anymore. Like Zac Efron would look more like Stamos does now. Like he would age like in that way.
Yeah, I think he would look good. Like, listen, let's say hypothetically I believe you, Zach. You slipped on a banana peel and you fell and you hit your face on a gargoyle and it turned you into a gargoyle yourself.
A gargoyle, sorry.
He said something like that. It was like a bird feeder or a gargoyle.
Whoops! I'm just imagining it. Whoopsie!
Bird feeder, like.
In the bird for 40,000 in the bird feeder. What are you demented? Oh my god.
When you fucking demented, you sound demented.
Oh, side thing really quickly that I saw. I didn't see the whole thing, but I have to seek this out because it was actually funny. It was something you could probably mine for some fun stuff. It was Shane and Daryl. It was Norman Reedus and why am I blanking on his name? Like doing a podcast together. They were like, just the two of them talking. They were actually talking about how Norman Reedus never got invited on the Howard Stern show because Beth wants to fuck him, and like he's like, oh, I avoid Howard all the time because I was hanging out with him once and I sat down next to her because I know that she finds me hot. I can't do a Daryl voice, but it was a fun interview between the two of them, just like hearing the two of them talk.
Who finds him hot?
Beth. Howard Stern's wife, Beth, whatever her name is.
Oh, like Norman Reedus as his pick of whatever. And he's also like still married to like a model chick or whatever.
Poker Face, make sure you send my love to Preston and Carmine. They're the fucking best. If I wasn't on, I'd be listening to them. They're the funniest motherfuckers in the world.
Give them my best too.
Yeah, give
Carmine or Preston in a decade.
Give them both. We love those motherfuckers. Lots of love to those.
I remember Carmine, and there's this video exists where I was co-hosting an episode with Phil like years ago, and
fucking years ago, motherfucker.
But I was co-hosting with Phil, and we had Carmine call in to that one, kind of like what I'm doing right now, and he was so stuck on me doing an impression of him. Like, he wanted me to do an impression of him more than anything. Like, he was just like, do an impression of me. Like,
he's like, I'll pay you. He's like, I'll send you money. I'll pay you. Do an impression of me.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, but you have like a non-voice. Like, you have a voice that just sounds like nothing. And I remember, like, this is on camera somewhere of me just going like, yeah, but you don't really sound like anything. And
yeah, he's got a normal voice. He's got a normal voice.
Yeah, he just sounds like a guy.
Yeah, he sounds like an articulate guy. That's what Carmine sounds like.
It's like if you had never known who. Oh my God, we're just blanking all sorts of things. Stephen Yeun.
Mm-hmm.
If you heard his voice, I would go, what does this guy look like?
He'd look like Mark from Invincible.
Right, he looked like Mark from Invincible. It's like I'm guessing 5'8" white guy.
Yeah.
White guy.
Hey, everybody. He just has a voice like this. Hi, what's going on? Like, it's
Yeah,
just-
everybody would. I remember one time I did a video. I was doing like Rick talking to Glenn, and I just go like, "Do you know what he did to her? Do you know?" Like, and I just did that. It was like my own voice, and then people went, "Amazing, Glenn."
It's not like when like with the alt shift or like doing an Aussie, like they have very very distinct voices. Certain people.
Hey, Alt Shift X, he commented ages ago. I don't know if you remember this, Phil. I had a terrible video where I was making fun of Alt Shift.
Oh, I remember the video. That was fucking hilarious. That wasn't terrible.
Yeah,
that was fucking great.
It was Hot Pie. I think it was called like Hot Thrones was the name of the video. It's somewhere on my on this YouTube channel, and I was just like, Hot Pie, he has a very curious look. And I just go like, let's take a look. He has a hunger for the throne. And I was doing this thing. I can't do his impression right now, but he commented and he said, "Let's take a look" or something like that on my video. This was back when he only had like 50,000 subscribers or something.
Yeah, it was way back in the early times, so to speak. And yes, he's Steven is one of my favorite working actors. He does such great voice work with Mark. And one of my favorite shows in recent years was what was it called? Beef. I was actually really pissed when I found out the second season wouldn't have the same two actors. But I liked Beef a lot as well. Okay, everybody, we're gonna start to wrap this up. Let's say, what do we got? We'll be on for about 5-10 more minutes. If anyone has any last-minute questions about this episode, or honestly any subject right now, we're kind of open for anything. Let us know, and we'll start to wrap things up here. Daryl, perhaps you wouldn't be disappointed. Okay, so we got 3 episodes left in this season. I think hopefully this is our last foreplay episode, and hopefully we get 2 kind of heavy episodes in a row, and then the final episode of the season will be the cleanup Game of Thrones like final episode cleanup situation. So I'm hoping that we have 2 very action-packed episodes. But that's the thing, David. Some of the best action movies that have big action set pieces, whether it's Game of Thrones, whether it's The Lord of the Rings, whether it's Braveheart, whether it's whatever, like all these big huge battles, they mean more when you care about the characters. And I'm not sure, I think they'll be spectacles, but are you invested in any of the stakes that are about to happen in any of these battles?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm trying to think, do I care about the people of Tumbleton? Do I care about
I always think, I guess I'm a little bit like Corliss in this show, where I always think about the histories and how it will be remembered. Like, I love thinking about that when somebody does some epic thing or they kill somebody in a battle, and that's where they got their name or something. Like, I love that stuff. Like, oh, he became known as like Golden Hand or something like that because he got his hand chopped off and used his gold-plated armored hand or something,
in seeing those foundational moments and seeing how it happens kind of interests you. That tickles your sort of history knowledge to like add more history to the world, that kind of vibe.
Yeah, like I think it gives it more meaning, like
texture,
sort of like the red grass field. If this was like the first battle ever taking place and it was just a large grass field, and they called it the red grass field because of all the blood that covered it, and then they forever would refer to it as that from henceforth. Like, I love the impetus of things.
Yeah.
And I love thinking about the ramifications of something small. Like, I hadn't thought about Rook's Rest ever before this show, and it made me intrigued by it. And then now they're following up with it where they're at Rook's Rest, and there's this dead dragon kind of hanging over the castle or whatever, and you're seeing a little bit of what's happening on the ground. I like some of that stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want to see like how people will remember some of these characters, and in order to do that, we have to make some fucking progress. Like, we have to get shit going. So it's like, let's get Aegon making some moves here, or let's move this story forward. And you were right, by the way. That scene felt very rushed for whatever reason.
I think it's the editing from scene to scene, or maybe not the editing, the pacing.
That was weird because they set that guy up like he was going to be like somebody of importance for some fucking reason, and to be killed so unceremoniously.
Just like, yeah, it was.
And everybody like.
It's just
and
weird.
He snuck up and he didn't even try to like make a move to attack Aegon or anything.
And they focused on him for so long in that scene, and they just the blocking of that scene, or it was almost like they were unclear what they wanted to do. So that unclearness came through on screen, like they were trying to figure out the blocking on the fly. I don't know. It reminded me a lot of the Game of Thrones fight choreography with the Sand Snakes. Even though it was a completely different thing, it just seemed like actors were confused. Like he was just like, what should I be doing? Should I be crawling or sneaking? Does anyone see me? Like,
you know what it reminds me of is, remember in Game of Thrones, the Tower of Joy episode where it's just like Lord Stark, and it's the Arthur Dane,
the Bran flashback scene, the fight.
Have you watched that clip closely to see the choreography? Have you rewatched that to see what I'm about to mention?
I don't know specifically, but I know it seems very like you predict. Tell me what you're going to say. Probably
there's
not.
A guy that if you watch that scene, or there's two guys, they swing for at least 10 seconds at nothing.
Yeah, and the guys like jump back, not being hit at one point too.
Like, yeah, but he swings and he's like hitting the ground just to look like movement, and when it's all done in a dance at the same time, and you're focusing on the swords clashing, you're so focused on the center, it's like, but did you see the dancing bear?
I think I've seen like Mahler's video on that or something like that. I think he did a breakdown of that.
The worst, the absolute worst. They're not even following each other. That's honestly
objective versus subjective, and I don't think objectively this is horrible.
Fuck me. He's always like,
fuck that. Now I'm gonna have to go on for 3 hours now about how we better keep our mouths shut. We'll end up on there. Look at these idiots. They don't know how to think. Okay, so Lola says, I remember before season 1 they said they had to have the whole story mapped out for 7 seasons, which is why the timeline doesn't make any sense for now. They rushed everything. Daemon just took out the poor snaggletooth shepherd to spare his daughter. Oh my god. David misses Lena. Oh my goodness.
You know what? You got me.
You did. You were hoping for more visual looks there. I thought the guy Aegon killed was the guy who made him kiss his feet. Was it? Okay, if it was,
that's what I said.
Okay, then it is. Then they fucking fucked up twice because they fucked up last week cutting it. Why didn't they? I don't even remember that's that guy.
Didn't show it, and then you didn't really.
Oh, that's what you were saying. I was right. Oh my. Yeah. What the fuck? They made it even worse now. Oh my god, you're right. I'm sorry, I didn't catch what you were saying exactly. They made that even fucking worse to me because last week I said it was a problem that they cut away and that might hurt it, and this episode it fucking hurt it.
Like, had it been you see him kiss that guy's feet, and then that weird bearded dude who they kind of loomed on for a second.
So they wanted that to be like the Arya stabbing the dude, like getting that dude Polliver getting the sword back from him, like when she got Needle back.
Yeah, that's a good equivalent. I'd say that's good.
They wanted it to be that.
This is the start of something. You're not a little bird anymore. You know, that kind of thing. Like,
Aegon's getting balls now.
Yeah. By the way, how do no modern like commoners? Is nobody looking at his hair? Like, do nobody's? I know it's only on like a little tuft of his head, but why do people not recognize him? Like, is his burn like Superman, where people just go like he's like, oh, I can't tell that that's Clark Kent, like, or Superman. Like, I don't know. It feels very strange to me because to me I'd be like, okay, so he's a burn victim who's got silver hair and he's 20 years old. He's not an old man. Do people think he's an old man? Is that basically what I'm asking?
I'm guessing they probably do.
Because the burn makes him look older.
Yeah.
And with the white hair, so they just assume he's old, and he's also feebled, so he's kind of like, oh, he's like Igor from Young Frankenstein.
Yes, Master. What are you getting? Oh, I'm off. Oh no, what happened? I'm back. I'm sorry about that. There you go. Sorry, I'm having camera issues, so I needed to just shut off my camera here. I was frozen in like one position. I was leaning.
You were frozen. I thought that was just on my end, but that like freaked me out for a second. I was like, "What did I do?"
No, yeah, you broke me. This episode broke me. It bored me into being fucking frozen. What's wrong with your leg, boy? Anyways, everyone, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much. You guys have been amazing tonight. David, thank you for jumping on in. I know you had a busy night, but very much appreciate it. David, if people haven't already, make sure you subscribe to The Walking David here on YouTube and on TikTok, Instagram as well. Oh, now my camera's back. It's magically back now. Here we go. Yeah, now I'm back. It froze briefly for a few minutes, and now it's magically back. Okay. But anyways, David, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for joining us again.
Hey, I loved it. Sorry that we were all over the place.
No, we were post recap. We were. I actually liked getting you not on the recap so we could just bullshit. So.
Sweet. Well, thanks for having me on, you guys. I would probably. I'm available at this time, Phil.
Yeah. You'll probably see David for the remaining 3 episodes. So yeah. And if not, he'll be in for at least 2 of the 3. So I'll talk to you soon, David.
Good Yontif. Bye.
Peace, my friend. That is The Walking David. Everyone, if you haven't already, let me make sure. Okay, can we get, if anybody else is there, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Help this push out to more people. I appreciate all of you folks that have been checking this out tonight. I know you have so many different choices for after shows to check out. There's so many people, bigger channels, people that know more. So I appreciate so much that you're choosing to spend your time here with me. Thank you also for checking out Tony's pre-show. I appreciate that as well. Hopefully we'll be able to get Tony on one of these, but he has to work way too early in the morning. So, but I will definitely be on with Tony and Bridge again soon. It was great to, if people are missing Usual Suspect stuff and want to hear a little bit more discussion, check out on Teflon TV. Not the last live stream he did, but stream he did last week with myself, Bridge 4, and him. Usual Suspects back together again. Love you guys. I'll be back next week. Peace.